I bled from the paper cuts, folding origami cranes. I try to make 1,000 whistles so I can heal the pain. Fold it up, let it rearrange. Cash it out, you can keep the change. I bled from the paper cuts, folding origami cranes. I try to make 1,000 whistles so I can heal the pain. Fold it up, let it rearrange. Cash it out, you can keep the change. Flow origami, every fold is a lesson. Never turning over, making creases into blessings. Niggas talking cheap, but the talent's more expensive when they move down. I bled from the paper cuts, folding origami cranes. I try to make 1,000 whistles so I can heal the pain. Fold it up, let it rearrange. Cash it out, you can keep the change. I bled from the paper cuts, folding origami cranes. I try to make 1,000 whistles so I can heal the pain. Fold it up, let it rearrange. Cash it out, you can keep the change. I almost gave it up, I had to tighten my direction. Chasing every dream and now I'm moving with intention. And life is just a fold, every page is a confession. And love is origami, every fold is a reflection. With the wishes on the wind, never die.
What up? It's your boy Jaron here. Back again for another episode of The Heat Check. I know I skipped last week. My bad. I just skipped a lot of things last week. I didn't do any morning motivations last week. I didn't do a heat check last week. I was locked in because I had a couple shows. I had a show in Phoenix, like in Tempe, and I had a show in Club Congress, and I was doing like a live beat set during these shows. And I was also finishing up my film. I'm not trying to make excuses, but I'm just letting you know that's why I wasn't around last week. I just was bad busy. And that's going to happen sometimes. But I believe this is like episode like 20. Where are we at? Let me count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So this is episode 18 of the Heat Check. Nice. So yeah, the Heat Check, I'm pardon the mess over there. We're working through some cables. I had to, like I said, connect devices together, and so I was going through cables, and I have not cleaned up after myself. You can see the device right there, actually, the little keyboard thing I used on a bunch of shows last week. But anyways, this is the Heat Check with your boy Jaron Ikner. Hop on here and provide my feedback to your music, give you my 2 cents. I am a multimedia artist. I love art, love music. Been doing this since I was a wee lad. And I have a company called Starstruck Multimedia, which is a record label, imprint, movie company. We're making video games, all kinds of stuff. So, we're staying busy out here in these streets. And I brought back the Heat Check. I actually started the Heat Check back in like 2018, listening to everybody's music. I stopped it for a variety of reasons, but lately I've been just craving more real music from more real people, especially in the AI world. Doesn't mean I'm not going to listen to your AI music, but I'm just saying that like I brought back the Heat Check because this really does bring me peace and solace to like know that people are still creating cool stuff. And yeah, so basically, you send your stuff through the Nero link. I think there's a link in the description, or you can go to nero.fan/Jaron Ikner and submit your music, and we will listen to your songs. I think so far we have, let me see here, 11 submissions so far, so that's a good little start. I'm sure more will pop in as we continue. And yeah, what else other housekeeping that I need to mention at this point? Oh yeah, the super goal for the day. Now previously, when I would have the super goal set up, it would be like something silly, like I'll bust a freestyle. We've actually never hit a super goal, by the way. That's fine, whatever. But this time around, I figured I'd do something special. So I am finishing up this movie, Impossible Colors. I got the new trailer done, got a new poster. And I'm thinking if we hit 5 super chats today, throughout today's episode, I will exclusively leak the trailer to my new movie, Impossible Colors, on the Heat Check tonight. And probably what we'll do is that I will probably like show you guys the trailer, and I'm going to go back and literally cut it out of the video so y'all can't go back and watch it. It'll be like an exclusive drop for y'all, but that's only if y'all really want it. There's only a couple people in here right now, so we'll see how it goes. We have plenty of music to listen to tonight so far. I'm excited. We're going to go ahead and get into this shit. Up first is a Heat Check legend, veteran. He always hits the skip. He's always doing the full listens. I think this one is a was a skipper, but it doesn't matter. He always participates, and I'm always down. He actually just added me on Instagram. We chopped it up a little bit. I think we're gonna probably end up collabing on some stuff, man. I'm not sure if you're in here or not, but I think I'm gonna probably end up like reaching out to you on some collabs. I also like the fact that you're in another country, because I actually have like mad love in Europe. I get like a lot of plays in Europe, a lot of plays in Sweden. That's actually where like a lot of my streams come from, is like overseas. So like I know that like I vibe out there. Maybe we can link on something. I don't know. I'm not gonna talk too much about it. We can say that for the private talks. But this song right here is called CO2. The description says one of my more mellow songs. Hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. Hopefully the Spotify thing's working. I know the episode before last, it was tripping. It was working last episode. But let's see what we got here. Oh, we're good. Bet. Shit up a little bit, bro. There we go. So this currently gives me like vibes of like space drama, which is your usual lane, but it also kind of gives me like thriller vibes, like suspense. Like this would be like a song that you would hear during, not the climax per se, but like when a revelation is being made. It actually kind of sounds like a soap opera a little bit, like soap opera music. Like if you watch like Days of Our Lives or like Young and the Restless. I don't know what they have in Sweden. What soap operas do they have in Sweden? I'm actually curious about that. But here in America, we have our soap operas, and Days of Our Lives is what I think about. Young and the Restless. This would be like happening during like the big reveal where it's like, you are my brother's sister, and it's like, oh, and this song would be playing in the background, which is a good thing, because that's a good thing. Oh, also like my thing on my screen with the order is like tripping out. I try to reset it. It keeps blinking in and out. That's on Nero's end, I'm pretty sure. So if you see it go out, don't worry, it's still there. Yeah. Anyways, why did the music stop? What just happened there? Break it. Hold on 1 second, family. Hold on 1 second. I pressed stop and it was like, nah, fam, you can't press stop. What the fuck you thinking? Pressing stop on the music. Stupid. Here we go. We'll go back to where we were at. Here we go. Very curious to know like how you decide to make a longer song versus another song, because at this point I've heard enough of your music to actually like kind of know where this is going, like sonically, to where I know this is going to probably swell up and we're gonna have like probably some drums and it's gonna get kind of crazy in the middle and then it's gonna kind of like taper off a little bit. But like I'm curious to know like how you determine the length. Like why do you choose to make songs so long? Like, do you do it for the sake of just like the vibe that you're feeling, or is it because I don't know. I'm trying to think about the methodology behind like the longer songs. It's interesting for sure. Like, I'm sitting here trying to like literally think of like the longest song I've ever made, like in my entire career. And I feel like, so I know I did a cypher song when I was young. Looks like one of the first songs I ever put out was like a cypher song that had like maybe like 8 rappers on it. And I would say that like that song was probably about like 8 to 9 minutes. And that's probably like the longest song I've ever made. So like, sorry, I wanted to finish chewing before I responded to you, so I wasn't like talking with my mouth full. But like, you said that it just ends up that way, and you have problems. So like, I guess this is turning into an interview all of a sudden. But like, I guess my question is what is like the typical process? Like, how long does it take you to make a 10-minute long song? Do you like spend the whole day like making the song, and then like you go back and like remaster it? Or is it like you do in like stages, like maybe like you're in a drum mood, so you go and just work on drums that whole day for all your songs? Or like how do you break it down like in your head to do songs that long and be able to like keep track of all that? I guess it's the question that I'm asking here, and you can answer that while we listen to more. I like that choir dope. And see, that's like what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to like figure out like how you get to where you started to where you end up to this point. Because like, as I described, like right down the song starts off as like almost like a suspense thriller, kind of soap opera-ish, like thrillerish kind of space drama kind of vibe. But then when you bring in the guitars and the drums, it kind of makes it sound like an 80s rock power ballad. And it's like a different vibe entirely. It's still, I love how it flows into it. I think that's really cool how you do that. But I'm curious to know, like, are you like mapping that out in your head before time? Like you're thinking like, hey, I want to make this song and we're gonna get to point A to point B, and that's what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Or is it more like, yo, I'm just freestyling, and then I just go like over the whole thing? Oh, you responded. You said you write the whole song Guitar Pro. Usually go back and forth. Drums is probably the last element I put in. Interesting. Okay. I'm honestly like trying not to speak too much because I'm obviously eating right now, and I don't want to have like a mouthful of stuff. But one thing that's interesting, like as I'm looking at your Spotify pages, or your page, I should say, is like some of the songs that are recommended. Like on here it says "Theme of Love," like the Final Fantasy is that 9 soundtrack. No, it's 6. No, it's 4. I don't know my fucking Roman numerals. Final Fantasy 4 soundtrack. And that's what I've been saying. Like every time I hear your music, I always like envision, like you have a very visual musical style, if that makes any sense. To where it's like 100%. I know we talked about it before. I know I kind of helped you, kind of push you in the right direction. I'm wondering if you've heard back from the registration stuff I told you to do in terms of like getting your music registered and then start sending your stuff to libraries. If you send like all your stuff to libraries, it's like kind of almost guaranteed that you're going to snag something. And like one of the things I've been thinking about for like the longest time, I keep going back and forth on, is starting like a publishing company, because like I do think I can help people get to like a certain point. Like I'm not good at necessarily like getting sync licensing like directly, but I do know how to like at least get the ball rolling. Like, hey, do this, this, and this, get your publishing up, submit to these libraries, sit back and watch, right? And I can do that as a publishing company to where I just like take like, you know, a chunk of your money and do it for you. Because a lot of artists don't want to do it. It's a lot of effort. It really is. So I don't know. That's something I'm kind of thinking about like on the back end of my career. I should already have a publishing company, but I actually do most of my publishing through TuneCore, to be honest. They're all right. I make okay money from them, so it works for now. I really enjoyed that choir in the background. It's like, it's not as like prominent, but like I think it really adds like such a good texture to the song overall. I'll ask you this. I'm curious. What is what's the shortest song you ever made? I know you submitted a song like last week. I feel like that was like super short compared to what you usually make. I think that one was like 4 or 5 minutes, maybe 6 minutes. I'm curious to know, like, what's like the shortest song that you made to where you're satisfied with it, where you're like, yeah, this is a good song, and it's like short. Curious to know. This is a vibe, bro. It's a vibe. Like I said, we actually real quick. Oh, I can go out. I wanted to check out your channel to see how it was doing. We got to get the numbers up, man. We got to figure out how to get you more people listening to your stuff. We can chat about it, have a conversation about it. Anyways, so that was Travel Through the Nebula. The Heat Check veteran submits to almost every episode of the Heat Check so far. Heard a lot of music from this man. He's really good, very talented. That was CO2 is the name of that track. Let's keep it moving though, because we got 10 more songs to get through at least. Up next is Bottled Up by Tony Martins. It says this song's about being different. Okay. I like different. Let's get into it.
You can't be afraid, don't go to sea. You're not afraid, you should know what I mean. And when you feel the urge to cry, swallow it down. When you feel the urge to run, swallow it down.
I really like the texture of your voice. I'm trying to think like who it reminds me of, like off the top of my head, but it does remind me of like someone else, which is not a bad thing. But like it's like the grit and it's kind of like almost like no. Let me keep listening before I say what I'm saying.
Kid, get a job, you're riding at home. Please be like us instead of alone. I have seen with my own eyes you can't serve two masters. If I wanna be free, I have to break free from you. Take a look at yourself, what you're doing is wrong. Yeah, I want you to succeed, but don't be happy this way. And when
are probably like, oh no, he brought up the fucking screen. Something's about to go down. Like, yep. So my issue with this song, or not even necessarily this song, the song is fine. The lyrics are cool. The voice is a little gravelly. Like I the reason why I clicked on his page, because I was like, what does this dude look like? He sounds old. Like he sounds like his voice sounds like this. And it sounds like he kind of sounds like an old man a little bit. And so I was like, let me pull this dude's page up real quick. And when I'm looking at it, this dude only has 1 post and 16 followers. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know how to assess this. Like, am I being duped here? Like, is this like guy like an actual artist, or is this like an AI situation? I don't really know. Simply because like he has 19 monthly listeners. They're all from Denmark. And when I'm looking at the page, there's only 1 post on the page. Hold on, let me actually go to it real quick. There's only 1 post on the page. And I guess he lives in Germany. I don't know. Like, it hit me weird, because I think that I'm trying to understand what's happening. Basically, what's like, I'm trying to like connect some things together, because it's like, I'm looking at his photo, right? You look at his photo. I was gonna bring it big. His photo and his vibe like kind of doesn't even like really match his voice. Like, I was not expecting him to sound like this. A guy who looks like this is a handsome man doing this thing. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, the vibes is it's a weird disconnect on the music itself. The song itself is not bad. There's some cool lyrics in there. I think there's some cool structure. And his voice is unique. Like, the voice does work in a certain way. But I just felt off when I was listening to it, because I was like, man, this dude sounds old. Like, he sounds like an old dude. When I look at your photo, I'm like, nah, this dude's like probably younger than me. Shit, I'm 42. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I know about him. Like, there's even when I click on this link, let's go here real quick. And we go to, is this that song? Or is this a different song? Okay, so he has a few songs up. He's doing his thing. But he only has 19 monthly listeners. Okay, let's just go back to the song real quick. I just felt that detour was necessary to bring up, because if this felt a little off to me, that's all. Sorry, like, I'd be thinking like that. Let's listen to a little bit more.
I swallow them down.
Honestly, like, I feel like the voice is like the one thing that's not AI. Like, if we're gonna go the AI route and talk about AI, like, I feel like the voice is actually the only thing that's like not AI. I think everything else could be, because like the structure and even like the guitars, it's not like the most thought provoking. It's kind of basic, if I'm being real about it. It's kind of basic, like the actual like musicality of it. The lyrics are cool and the vocals are cool. I just think that they belong maybe in a different song. And so when you throw out the words AI, I'm like, I think maybe the actual production is AI. When we look at the credits, it says Dopamine Source is on the drums. I don't know who that is. And then obviously don't know who that is. And there's a few other things here. There's sources. I don't know what that means. Let me actually look that up real quick. The Wanu Collective, for some reason, is credited as a source on this song. And the Wanu Collective, we're turning to the detectives now, detective mode. The Wanu Collective, let's bring up my screen again real quick. The Wanu Collective is custom magnets and stickers. Like, because if you look at here, it says right here, the Wanu Collective. That's the source. That and Dopamine Source. So maybe this dude is a part of the Wanu Collective. He's trying to branch out, but they don't do music. I don't know. It's weird. We're getting too deep. Getting too deep in the weeds here. This is what's like interesting about music, and this is just like the shit that I be talking about. Is that like, for me, like, if I really like your song, or if I think your song's interesting, or if you're doing interesting things, I'm gonna look you up. I'm gonna see like what you got going on, like, because I'm really about a person's story. I'm really about like their journey and like what they have to offer more than just the talent, because anybody can like kind of like be talented nowadays, especially when you're doing AI and all kinds of shit. Like, it's not hard to be like talented. It is a lot harder to be interesting, right? To like hold a person's attention long enough to where you're like, hey, like, this is my story and this is how I want to tell it. So Yeah, I think overall the song is fine. I think the vocals are the most interesting thing about this song, and I think those vocals belong over a different composition. Like, I think this dude should be doing like a little bit more like kind of grungy, abstract kind of music. This dude's doing like kind of straight man with a guitar kind of vibe. And it's like, I think that with a voice that interesting, we should give you some more interesting production for sure. Anyways, let's keep moving. Up next is A Beautiful Mess by SK. They say, hold on. This song's my latest album, The Cleansing. Bet. All right. Pretty straightforward. Let's get into it. You're watching the Heat Check live. Ridiculously live. All right. Oh, you sent the fucking Apple Music link though. I don't be using Apple Music. I forgot to turn that off. All right, we gotta look you up then. Let me see if I can do this quickly. We go here. We go boom. We go. Is it SK Forensic? Is that the name? I should look for this on Spotify. Here we go. Found it. Let's get it. Heat check.
I was young and on a mission to becoming relevant, arrogant. Cyphers with rappers I know I'm better than. They was talking street shit, I was rapping with elegance. And if I tried to be like them, I fell out of my element. I was trying to get it quick, it ain't no patience for the kid. Trying to shotgun my career like we was rushing marriages. Cause I knew I was the one and was determined to prove it. So at the time I put my heart and soul back into the music. And every single word I wrote, I guaranteed that I meant it. I had a gift, but I was still deciding how to present it. I didn't care about the path, I just wanted the ending. Until my big homie shed light about the journey I'm missing. He said the story I should tell is in the details. Make sure you keep some homies that tell you the truth and mean well. Love my tribe cause they never wanna see me fail. I rap to get to heaven cause I already done seen hell. It's a different type of life where I come from, where you judge on what you stand on and less about income. The funds can't protect you from the morals you missing. You got money but you ain't solid, then we look at you different. But how you discount money when all us living in...
This is very good basic rapping. And what I mean by that is that like the structure is very it's very basic. Like it's basic kind of like A-B kind of rapping, but the way that he's putting the words together and like the way he's telling the story, it's clean. This is some good stuff. The production's solid. I think the thing that stands out the most to me like is the vocals are a little loud, a little bit unpolished. I think we can blend the vocals a little bit better into the beat. But overall, this is solid so far.
It ain't like we can hit the bank and cash integrity checks. And the clock is always ticking, I ain't got no Rolex. Feeling pressures of being better for the ones to come next. And it's a mess. It ain't leveled in this field that we play on. Drowning in pools of debt to make you wanna go Draymond. To put the ski mask on and rob the wrong one. And you don't need the ski mask cause his face gone. See, I don't just make songs, I'm trying to speak some game to my people. Even without the money, I still see you as equal. That cash can bring stability we never could have. But I ain't trying to get it quick, I'm into making it last. Look, I seen some things, some broken kings, some soulless queens that never got to live their dreams. Surrounded by fiends, murderers, and all between. And I pray all of their bodies and their records clean. Churches sing, but him.
Y'all need to take notes. Like all you rappers out there that be recording and send me songs, listen to how this dude created separation between the chorus and the verse. Like when I'm listening to, especially listening to headphones, he added extra layers onto the vocals to give it more volume. And then he spread out on the stereo to give it more width. So what ends up happening is that it ends up being a more full sound that is way more distinct and stands out more than the verse. This is like textbook stuff. A lot of this, I bring this up because like, I feel like this is like actually one of my top complaints that I have with people who submit songs is that like, they don't differentiate between the chorus and the vocals or the actual verses. And it's a mixed thing. This is like a pure engineering thing. It's not like even like a song structure thing. It's like literally like, listen to how prominent his chorus is.
This ain't the only thing that changed the scenes we publicize on TV screens. We was praying for more and then they gave us less. They gave us trash, then we turned it to a beautiful mess. Look.
But there's at least like 3 layers going on there. On the chorus right there. And he's gonna go back to just a single layer, which creates a differentiation between, is that a word? I don't even know. Between the chorus and the verse, which makes the song like a lot more dynamic. This is a lesson in making your songs dynamic.
I recently was questioned about what I rap about. Like I'm still on the west and rapping like I ain't made it out. And every other verse is just a constant reminder of all the Jones Valley stories that I can't put behind me. But then you moved out, got you a bigger house, got you a good job and make an undisclosed amount. Those stories you telling ain't your reality no more. Wondering if I struggled with duality before. But look, the job I work, the car I own, this fancy phone, and all the tech inside my home is cosmetic to the things that really matter to me. I rap about my son to inspire a father to be. I rap about the things I seen and how the tragedies end, so we can do the work and pray it never happens again. Thank God for all the blessings that have kept me covered, but there's some people in the rain that really need umbrellas. And
you would have put your Instagram information, because I'm very curious to know what you see. It's like I said, you said something that touched me when you were saying that you're trying to take care of your son, do your thing. And so I already kind of like had a vision of who you are as a person, right? Like I kind of envisioned you being like almost like a late 30, 40-year-old black man trying to do this rap shit, like trying to tell your story, which is like the exact shit that I do. And so I'm trying to like match a face to the music real quick. I'm not going to spend too much time doing this, but like you can't be found, man. And this is like part of it. Like the music can be so good. You could have a really good song. Like right now, this is song of the night. We're only 3 songs in, but this is song of the night so far. But the music could be so good, but it doesn't matter, especially in 2026, if people can't find you, if people can't connect with you, and if people can't like continue to follow your journey. Like right now, I like this song, and the only thing I can really do about it at this point is add it to my playlist. I'll add it to my playlist right now because I like this song. But beyond that, like, I don't even know, like your name is SK, like literally just the letters S.K. And so it's like, how do I find you? It says here that your real name is Gerald Cunningham, right? So now I'm turning into a fucking detective just to find out like who you are as an artist. You got to fix that shit, bro. I'm not trying to be harsh. It's just like being super real about it. Okay, so I found you, I think. Gerald Cunningham, I think this is you. Yep, and you're exactly how I envisioned you to be. Like, in terms of like your vibe, you got your family on here, you got your kids on here, and this is the stuff that people want right here. And you didn't even put your link in the fucking bio and like in the submission. Like you should be leading with like your life, man. Like I'm looking at your story and like let's look at this page. Let me bring up this page real quick so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So this is his page. This is the guy who this song that I'm gonna play in the background where we're scrolling through this page. Tell me if the song matches the page, right? It does. You'll feel it.
ain't put behind me, but then I recently was questioned about what I rap about. Like I'm still on the west and rapping like I ain't made it out. And every other verse is just a constant reminder of all the Jones Valley stories that I can't put behind me. But then you moved out, got you a bigger house, got you a good job and make an undisclosed amount. Those stories you telling ain't your reality no more. Wondering if I struggled with duality before. But look, the job I work, the car I own, this fancy phone, and all the tech inside my home is cosmetic to the things that really matter to me. I rap about my son to inspire a father to be. I rap about the things I've seen.
Maybe I'm wrong, but like it's almost like he didn't realize it. I don't know. I'm because we do see a couple of music posts near the top here, so maybe he's realizing it. But like when I hear this song and like what he's saying in this song and his lyrics and this production, and then I scroll through his page, it's like that's it, bro. Like that's exactly what you should be pushing. Like is your family, your wife, your values, all that stuff, and just put your music behind it. Maybe you're already doing this. I see a video of Martin Luther King here. Do you have your music behind it? No, it's just this thing talking. All right, cool. That's fine. But the point is that I think that like it's so weird, especially like as a like I'm about to go on a little rant right here just so you guys are prepared. Especially as an older black man and like the things that we choose to value as we get older, it tends to be like family and wealth and things like that. But we tend, like if you're still an artist, you don't want to like necessarily like lead with that because it comes off as like soft, right? Especially in the realm of hip hop, right? Like no one wants to see pictures of your kids and pictures, right? But honestly, I do. Like I really do, because like for me, like that's the stuff that like we're trying to fight for, right? We're trying to fight for our family, trying to fight for our kids, trying to fight for like these things, and we're putting that into our art, into our music. So you need to like, they need to act as reminders, right? And we shouldn't be hiding that. Like you should be like putting that on your sleeve. I like that song. Currently, that song of the night, I added it to my playlist. I have a playlist called it's not called The Heat Check. It's called Struck by Stars. independent music on Spotify. It has like 900. I don't think it has 900. It has like 850 listeners or followers on there, and I add music that I like on there. So good for you. You made it. I like that song. Currently song of the night, but it's early. We still got 10 more songs to get through at this point. So let's keep it moving. By the way, we are cutting off submissions to where you can no longer submit after 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. At 8 p.m., you can no longer submit your music because I got a life and I don't want to be stuck here listening to a billion songs. So get them in now. Get them in fast. Up next is Ingram. John Rumsey music about the endless wheel of death and reincarnation believed by some religions and practices. All right, that's deep. Let's go. I like that. Almost made a whole album about reincarnation. Little loud.
Wake me up before I'm free. Stir the ghost of the holy tree. Saints and sinners, 1, 2, 3. Lose the others, it's only me.
I dig the production. At first I was like, got a guitar genre. We get a lot of those. And then you drop those drums and those horns. It's pretty sick. It kind of gives it like this really dark, kind of like menacing sound to it that I wasn't expecting it to have.
Waiting for a straighter bend. Reject all others until the end. Fortune to the wisest men. Cup your hands and receive your mend. Lonely marches up that hill. Fate and sorrow while lovers still. Round and round, cosmic men. Forget yourself and get your fill.
You all right, man? You all right? The lyrics kind of dark, man. Like I'm feeling the tones, and I guess that's kind of the point because you did say in the submission that the song is about death and reincarnation. I feel it. I feel what you're saying in the lyrics. I like that you have the lyrics written on you submitted your lyrics with your music so we could see them on the page. Which, by the way, you all should be doing. If you are a lyricist or a writer and you have your music on Spotify, you should definitely submit your lyrics with your music. I need to be better about this myself, but it just makes for a better experience for your listener. You know what I'm saying to understand the lyrics like clearly the first time. That's big. Overall vibes. Let me see here. I think the song does what it's supposed to do. And that's supposed to make me feel a certain type of way, like kind of dark and melancholy. I think the song is successful in that sense. I think the production is interesting. I like your vocal tones. I like that. It's overall a solid song, man. I don't really have like a lot of negative things to say about it. It's not my type of song. Like I'm not gonna like bump this or like put it on my playlist. And like the lyrics were a little dark for me, but you prefaced that. You said like this is a song about death and reincarnation, so it's like bet. So I expected that. So I got exactly what I expected in that. Overall, solid song. Thank you for the submission. That was John Rumsey with Ingram. So make sure you check him out whenever you can. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put this logo at. I'm trying to like start clipping. I'm trying to like keep the logo in the clip. I don't know. Anyways, let's keep moving. Up next is Imminent by Neck Bomb. Cool name, Neck Bomb. With a name like Neck Bomb, I'm expecting hard rock. The pitch is Imminent is a cyberpunk influenced techno industrial track I released about a month ago. Okay, let's see. I always get suspicious of like pitches like that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I have like an E&D background. I may have said this multiple times on the show already, but like I actually started my career in EDM music as a drum and bass MC, and I started spinning EDM and a little bit of drum and bass and like open format type stuff. And so I always have like an appreciation for like industrial and like grimy, like happy hardcore, stuff like that. Like I'm into like grimy weird shit. I really do like grimy weird shit. This is some grimy weird shit, man. This is something I'm gonna rap over. Like honestly, like this is like something. This kind of reminds me of just like kind of ASAP Rocky's new album. Like all his rap tracks have like this like kind of like crunchy industrial sound to them, and this is kind of like that same lane. And you throw in the drums on it, and it's like that kind of fits, man. Like I actually fuck with this beat pretty heavy. Now I'm curious. I want to see if he makes the same. I call it a mistake, but I mean, this is art, so you do what you want. But I want to see if he makes the same mistake that a lot of intermediate and beginner EDM producers do. Y'all might know what I'm talking about because I've talked about this multiple times with multiple artists. We will see. We're going to play it out. And if it happens, I'll call it out. If it doesn't happen, I will also call it out. See if you guys can guess before then. If you guys are heat checkers, you probably already know what I'm talking about. Let's see if you can guess what I'm talking about. Fast forwarding. Okay. Go big. Okay. All right, so I want to see what this drop does real quick before I say anything else. Huh? Is he just gonna let this right out? Interesting. Okay, I was not expecting that ending. Okay, but So he kind of passed the test. So what the thing I was looking for, which I always look for in most EDM songs, or like especially like heavier songs that like have a lot of high energy going through it, you gotta have those breaks. You gotta have those moments in the song where like the song like breathes for a second and you build it back up. You have to think about like a roller coaster, right? Like you don't want to be on a roller coaster where it's just loops nonstop, because you'll be sick of it by the time you're done with the ride, right? So you need like a loop, build intensity. Did you go back to the bottom of the thing and you slowly climb up and you go back down? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you make dynamic music. I think dynamic might be the theme of the episode. You always have underlining themes, but what I was looking for, he did do. He did have lulls, right? Where he removed the drums, added extra like kind of softer elements to kind of like give it some breathing room. But then at the end of the song, like what I was expecting like that lull, and then we end the song like with the most intense energy of the song. What ended up happening was that the rest of the song, after he introduced the lull, was like lull for the rest of the song. So that's like going back to the roller coaster analogy. That's like the way the song went is that it started off like going up and then it went down, dun, 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 like that's the intensity. And then it hit a little bit of a lull and then it went back into it. And then it went like back into the lull for the rest of the song. And I feel like we should be ending like on a loop-de-loop, metaphorically speaking. A loop-de-loop into a lull is how most songs end. You can end on a loop-de-loop too and just go loop-de-loop into space. But I digress. I like the song. Good submission. I fuck with it. That was Neck Bomb. I didn't even look at your page. Let me take a quick look at your page real quick. Cool artwork. Got some cool stuff going on here. Got some anime theme stuff. It's lit. Tight. All right, let's keep moving. Up next is Penobre. Okay. I'm an amateur musician who instinctively creates music based on my emotions. I've created this song one night, and when I was feeling down because of my burnout, I'd be curious to know what a stranger might think of this song. Okay, well, I'm a stranger. I don't know who the fuck you is. So let's listen to some of your music. Sounds great. YouTube link. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. I mean, I already know like kind of like where the song is going. I don't think I need to listen to more of it. We'll listen to a little bit more, but like it's a vibe. It reminds me of like some 80s vaporwave. I don't think there's anything like super remarkable about it, but it is interesting. And like I said, when it comes to expression and music, like you said that you're like your pitch for this was that this helped you like basically like with some solace in your life, right? Finding yourself and you're going through some shit. And you made this music while you're going through some shit. And that's the beauty of it, man. Like that's like the most important thing about music that I think a lot of people like kind of overlook is that like it's less about like putting out a song for the masses to relate to. It's more about a song, putting out music that represents yourself and then hoping people gravitate towards it, because you're not the only person who feels the way you do about the world or see the way you do about the world. The more you put music out there, the more you will find like-minded individuals that gravitate towards it. And the more you find like-minded individuals, the more you kind of find your tribe. You find your tribe, then you're in a good place. Let's listen to a little bit more though. Yeah. Like, yeah. I get it. I don't need to listen to the whole song. And it's not even like a knock at the production. I just think that like this song is basically this like standard vaporwave, chill wave, synth wave. It's standard. It's good, but it's not like great. It's not blowing my mind. I get the gist of it. I know what the song is doing. I'm glad that it helped you figure out or help you like process things in your life, because that's why we do this shit. At least that's why I do it. But let's keep moving. Up next, we're about halfway through at this point, unless we get more submissions. Once again, we're closing all submissions at 8 p.m. So if you don't get your music in by 8 p.m., or if I'm done before 8 p.m., that's it. We're done. So up next is Apocalypse of Steve. The Apocalypse of Steven by Stephen A. Dreyer. Okay. I like themes. Let's get it.
Forgive me, Father, for I've went astray, followed my own path in the dark and lost my way. As the tides rise and the waters calm and even, this was my downfall. This is the apocalypse of Stephen.
Tony, feel free to rewind. I think I reviewed your song a few things back, so you can just rewind. Anyways, before I'm gonna give you my initial thoughts on this song, Stephen Dreyer. You need a pop filter on your mic, so something similar to this. You need that. One reason, two reasons. One, obviously it helps with the pop, but one thing I really like about my pop filter is that it forces me to keep distance from my mic. Like I try, obviously I'm not going to be rapping, I'm not going to be talking here over it or around it. As long as it's like here, there's like a little bit of separation that I always would be inherently like aware of. Like even if I get like right up on it, like right here and talk, this is pretty loud, I'm sure, but it's not like as bad as like being right here and you hear the peas popping, pooping, popping. So I would say step one, get yourself a pop filter.
Left shattered, broken and beaten, the shell of a man. No purpose, nothing left. Death was the only plan.
Yeah, the quality of your voice kind of ruins the song. This is why I like, that's the first thing that popped in my head. It's like, you're shredding on this guitar. Like you're actually like really crushing it on the guitar work. And the rest of the production is solid and clean, but then the vocals come in and it like lowers the quality of the song quite a bit. And that's an easy fix. You know what I'm saying? Like it's literally just like some light processing, like lower your, like put a high end pass on there, maybe like start it at like 75, 100 hertz, put like a pop, or use a pop filter to record, maybe do a little bit of like surgical EQing. You don't have to do too much, but it currently sounds like you haven't done anything. And it shows, and it hurts the song. So fix that, please.
How can I stop the pain? How can I stop the feelings of shame? I can't blame this on anyone else. I did this all to myself. I let these things go on for far too long. I couldn't stand up and be strong. When I fell and I lost it all, I learned to walk and I learned to crawl.
Cool. I don't think I need to listen to more of that. I think that the message, I got what you're trying to say and do with the song, but the vocals take me out. I'd rather just listen to instrumental, to be honest. I think that you're very talented on the guitar. shredding it. Very good guitar work, like I said earlier. But the lyrics and the quality lower the overall oomph of this song. The lyrics I'll let slide because you're telling a story and you got to do what you got to do. But the quality of the vocals really take me out. So just do another pass, man. Get a pop filter, do a little bit of EQing, make them sound a little bit cleaner. There's a variety of ways to do it. I don't like giving advice on engineering because my engineering journey has been like a roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? Just figuring out, and the new plugins come in, you start messing with them, you get a little flow going, and then I realized that simplifying it's actually, you get better results when you simplify it. So just keep it simple. Do another pass in those vocals. Let's keep moving. Up next is You're Here by Jur Out There. Okay. This is the Heat Check Live. This is your boy Jaron Ikner. Jaron Ikner is how you say my fucking name. Yeah, I mean, absolutely, South Tony. I agree. Everybody is different. I mean, that's the whole point. Like, this is just my opinion. You don't have to take my advice on anything that I'm saying on this show. I'm just giving like how the music hits me and affects my body and like how I feel like when I'm hearing the song that's coming across my ear. Like, what makes me feel good? What makes me feel some type of way? That's kind of like how I analyze music. I'm very like in tune, like empathically with like this music to where like I understand your message, and quality doesn't necessarily like negate a bad song. Like, you could have a poor quality song and have the song still be good. But part of the reason why I do this show is also the idea of like, well, how can you improve this song? And this is just from my perspective, right? But there are generalizations that you can do to clean up your vocals. A high-end pass is like step one for most vocal cleanup. From there, figure it out, right? Like, figure out your right compression settings, figure out your own whatever. You know what I'm saying? Figure that out. But there's like general steps that you can do. Lost the connection. This should kick me off, son. I don't know. Let's see if we have like weird connection issues tonight. That'll be great. What's up, Tony? You said you started out with Spotify and stuff in April, still working on your online presence. Get it popping, Tony. What was your song? What did you submit? I have to go back and look real quick. What was your track? Your track was the second song that you submitted. Yeah, I feel like you just gotta just figure out a way to like get your story heard, because like the competition is so stiff right now. Like, it's so stiff to just be like captivating and being heard, because everybody's trying to do it. Everybody's trying to be a fucking influencer. Everybody's trying to be an artist. Hell, I'm doing a live stream right now where I know things. You know what I'm saying? So it's all a game. And the beauty of this game is that you can play the game however you want to. You can choose to be whatever avatar or whatever version you want to be. But I think the best way to approach that is try to be as comfortable as possible. Try to find a lane that really fits you comfortably. You know what I'm saying? However that makes sense to you. Take that information how you would. Did I press play? I totally went on this tangent. Just not listening to this nigga song. Hold on a second. I want some hitting kicks on here. Don't disappoint me on this drop. Oh, okay. Okay. This is the vibe. This reminds me of the Zion orgy scene in the second Matrix movie, which is a good thing. That's actually like a top tier compliment. Back to the roller coaster metaphor that I said earlier with the other song, based off of my own vibe, I feel like that this song right now is a peak on the song. We're at the peak of a roller coaster. So, sorry, not the peak. We're on our way down the roller coaster. So that's where the thrill is at. So we're going down the roller coaster very, very fast at this point, and this is where the song gets very intense. Now, what I'm expecting is that after this next refrain, after these next couple bars, that we get to a lull. We remove instruments, we remove drums, we remove sounds that create a sense of dynamic range in the song where we have highs and lows that make the listener more engaged. Let's see if that happens on this song. We should be getting this in the next couple bars. He knows. He removed the instruments, created a bit of a lull. Things calmed down a little bit. We're now rebuilding the climax at this point. And this is like the formula for most EDM songs. Like if you listen to most EDM songs, like Diplo or like Nero, Zed, whoever, like they all are kind of like fit in this format. There's a variety of reasons. One of it has to do with the mix. Like being able to mix songs together, because when you have the lull where you remove drums and you're putting another song on top of that song that has drums on it, this is where you get your blends, right? So like right here, you could be blending this with another song right here at this point, depending on how fast you want to mix. But you would be blending this with another song right here, and you would have the other elements of the song coming in, and then ideally you would have the double drop where the drums on both songs are not clashing, but are on top of each other, hitting at the same pace, and the song is even more intense based off of the DJ's manipulation, not because of the songs themselves. This is the power of DJs, y'all. Right here would be blending. You hear the song come in. You got both up. That's the top of the roller coaster. We're building up. Get that top. Get to the tippy. You can feel it. You're rising. And this is where you drop. Ooh. And cool. And what he did, which is what you also should be doing if you're EDM producer, is that he added a brand new element on that drop in the back end of the song. So really, there was only a minute left on the song, less than half a minute, or sorry, do my math. There's about a minute and 15 seconds left in the song. The song's almost done, and he's bringing in new instruments because, once again, dynamic range, right? The roller coaster effect, having new things. Now this is going to be like the last part, loop-de-loop, where we have all the elements coming in together at once. This is beautiful composition, and the dancer or the person listening to the song is enjoying the song fully and was able to appreciate all the individual elements, not all of them maybe, but most of the individual elements in their own right. other guy would have done. After you have that second lull and you're building up to your climax, you keep the climax going. Now, there's only 40 seconds left. So what I'm expecting, one or two things to happen on this song. He's going to drop one more lull and lull us out on a low end, or he's just going to cut it out at the climax. I'm actually leaning towards cutting towards the climax. Let's see if I get this right. If he's going to go low, it's going to be right here. If he goes low. Oh. It's like a mid. Very good. Ooh, see, that was good. Like, see, the guy who produced this, Jur out there, has a good idea how to structure a song. That was a really good structure. And the fact that I was able to like talk that through was like beautiful, because like the way he structured that song was like perfect. As a DJ, like if you're DJing, you won't even really worry about the last minute and a half, 2 minutes of the song. Well, the song's 4 minutes long. So the last minute and a half of the song, you're not going to be really worried about, because you're already going to be on your next record. Like if you're listening to the record straight through, like we just did, then it's a different experience than if you're mixing it. But he designed this song to be mixed, which is how most EDM musicians design their music. Hip hop artists don't do this. Rock artists don't do this, et cetera, so forth. They don't have these structures that allow for good blends. Like if you ever actually try to DJ hip hop like live, that shit is hard, bro. Because first of all, there's such a wide range of BPMs, and there's not like a consistent format for you to like fall into. Like some songs is like start, and then some songs are like have long intros. But like most solid EDM songs of this category and this style sound like this, are formatted like this, and are like structured like this. So this is really good work in that sense. Thank you for the submission. It was a good education lesson. Up next is Brixton Town. That sounds British. Bringing back the 80s one song at a time. Do we want to bring back the 80s though? I don't know. What do y'all think? Should we be trying to bring back the 80s? I feel like we shouldn't. They have good music though. 80s is actually like some of my more favorite music. This is T-Own, by the way. Oh, okay. We got this is you, South Tony. That makes sense because it's Tone South. He says, I'm bringing back the 80s one song at a time. Been a songwriter for 25 years. And with AI now, I can actually finally get it out there. Okay, so you got some AI on here. We don't hate on AI. Well, I shouldn't say that. My AI qualifiers are the fact that if you have a song in your heart, like lyrics or some musicality or something to that extent, and AI helps you enhance that, that's beautiful. What I really hate about AI is a couple things. When people don't disclose that they're using it because they're like, oh, I don't fuck with AI or whatever, but then they turn out to use it. I have no problem saying that I use AI in my shit. I use AI in a variety of different ways. I use it to make this little logo down here. I use it to modify my life in a variety of different ways. I've sampled AI to my beats. I never really put out music that's like straight AI. I don't think I'll ever do that, but I definitely have used AI to generate sounds, generate samples. I don't really mess with AI vocals because most of them sound like shit. I've used AI generating images. I'm using AI to help code these video games I'm working on. I've used it in a lot of different regards. And actually, no problem saying that. But the one thing that it has never done is replace me. So that's just like the line for me, where it's like, I'm just going to make a fake AI artist and put out a bunch of music, put out 45 songs in a day and be like, this is me. Like, no, it's not. Hush your mouth. Hush your mouth. Anyways, let's listen to Tone South, Brixton Town. Let's get it. There's some vibes on here. Let's go. It's reggae. All right. I might smoke up a little bit for this.
Working in
Okay. So I think you definitely nailed the 90 or sorry, the 80s vibe with the lyrics and like the cadence and the vocal tones. I don't know exactly how you made the vocal tones with the AI to make it sound like an 80s dude, but it definitely sounds like a fucking 80s dude. Like kind of vibe. Like you kind of nailed that. It's pretty cool. But with that said, the thing that I really judge the most, since like you have disclosed that it's AI, like I'm not going to judge the production because I already know that the production is going to be solid. And I'm not going to judge the vocals because the vocals aren't yours, but I will judge the lyrics. And I think the lyrics actually work pretty well. You were saying earlier that you've written for other bands and that they take your songs and stuff like that. So like this is like what I'm talking about when it comes to AI, because like I think about people in your situation, right? And I don't know your full story. I don't know shit about you, based off of our small conversation that we've had in this interaction. And you've been doing this for a very long time. You have all these songs that are written. You try to work with other artists and they screw you over. And now you feel like you still want these songs to be heard by the world. And so you're using AI to help you achieve that goal. And I think that's beautiful. This is actually a use case where I'm like, this is great. And I'm saying like, you need to get these songs out. Whatever happens to them, they're going to happen. Like, I don't think you're trying to necessarily get famous and make money off of them. Maybe you are. I don't know. But it feels like you're doing this more for yourself and for the sake of your own like sanity. You know what I'm saying? There's something beautiful about that. With that said, though, it's also like my caveat to this is always like, well, why can't you just do it on your own, right? Like, are you afraid of your own voice? Or is it just like, are you old? Maybe you're old. I don't know. Maybe you're old as fuck. Maybe you're disabled. I don't know. I don't know anything about you, but I just know that like, what if one of these songs blew up, right? And you were like tasked to like push this song? It would be hard for you to do. Right? Like, because like that's like the wall of the AI creating music, is that like you can't recreate. I mean, I'm sure you can recreate it, I suppose, maybe, but then that's when like expenses go into it, etc., so forth. And so I just try to like understand like what the ultimate goal is for like you, besides the solace and the retribution of your music being heard, like your lyrics being heard. You do have a bunch of music out. I'm seeing your page right now. You got like a bunch of music out. You dropped out. You got like fucking a shit ton of songs, bro, that you put out this year. Which is this is the shit that I honestly like don't like about it. Is that like I'm looking at your page, bro. You put out motherfucking. I'm scrolling here. I am scrolling. You put out. This is 23 songs in this album. 19 songs in this album, 23 songs in this album, 21 songs in this album, 25 songs in this album, 20 songs in this album, 20 songs in this album, 20 songs in this album, 25 songs. You put out like a couple hundred songs, bro. And the problem that I have with that is how all this works financially for artists like me, where all these songs go into a pool and basically like they divvy out the royalties from that pool. So the more songs that you put out into that pool, the less that I get paid overall. That's where I get like, and then this is something that I'm sure will change with time. But like the saturation, like first of all, like I'm not gonna listen to fucking 200 songs of your music, even if I liked you, even if you're my favorite artist. It would take me a long time to get through all your music. You know what I'm saying? And so like I encourage, if you really want to stand out with this AI music shit, I encourage that you focus less on the output of the music and more on the story, image, presence, and branding of each song, creating a universe around it. Because the music itself is not going to get you through. It's going to be the world you create around it. I'm seeing this guy on this motorcycle in a lot of your artworks, to where it's like that character needs to be doing shit, whether he has like a motorcycle club or whatever. Like you have to start like expanding the universe around this, because the saturation point is one off-putting. It doesn't matter if it's all your own written stuff, because like I see you have 200 songs that you put out in the last 6 months, and it's like, holy fuck shit. I haven't put out 200 songs in my entire career, and I've been doing, well, that's not actually true. I haven't put out 200 songs in the last 10 years of my career, and I've been doing this shit for fucking a very long time. If that guy's you, then let me go to your page. We're doing a page audit. Bring up the page. Do. Okay, so You just started your page. So this, you're saying this guy is you. I'm assuming this is you right here, and this is like your daughter or wife or whatever person in your life is important to you. We need more. We need a lot more besides music. Whether it's like you telling your story behind each song, whether it's like you doing like reels with like the words on top, with you pointing at them. This alone would not be enough to get you over any type of attention. But like I said, if that's not, if your goal is just to get the songs out, then that's different. But like, if you're trying to build something, we really need to focus on the character less than the music, because you're already proven that you can put out a bunch of songs, right? But that's not like the ultimate. You say, I know you're saying your stories in the lyrics, but you still have to get people to press play on your music. We're talking about in 2026, and I'm 42, so I'm coming from old head mentality too. And this is things that I had to come to terms with, where like the music doesn't matter as much as the story does. And when I'm going onto your Spotify page and I see a fuck ton of music, that doesn't tell me your story, because I'm not going to click on your story click on your song and then just know about you, right? It's kind of like opposite logic, where I have to know about you to want to click on your song, right? You submitted your song to this thing because you want me to listen to it. And what I'm telling you is that, like, if I didn't have the context of your life from your Facebook page and your Instagram page, your social media, I wouldn't click on it, because it does look like AI in terms of the artwork and stuff like that. And there's no distinct style that stands out to make me be like, oh, this person, Tone South, is interesting. What is he about? Right? Like, what journey is he trying to tell? And a lot of that has to do, like, just for you specifically, in terms of like what we're doing here, slowing down, like giving each song like you said, these are songs that you've written yourself, that you put in your heart, your soul into it. Then why are you putting them out so fast? You know what I'm saying? Like, why we should give each song like its own, like, think of it like a TV show, right? I'm trying to think of a good TV show real quick. An episode of like the X-Files, right? Where every episode had its own weight, had its own gravity, had its own elements to it that made it its own thing, that made people want to watch it. Now, of course, that episode is a part of an overarching universe, but even then, it took seasons and seasons for Scully and Mulder to finally kiss. I think that happened season 8, right? And so to get to that, to make the audience like kind of want to cling on to what you do, you have to like lead them in, like a fishing rod. And I'm saying this is from somebody who I specialize, like my whole specialty is storytelling. I do storytelling is the core of everything that I do. The story is everything. And so for me, it's like, if you want to cry, because right now you're not the only person doing what you're doing too, right? And so a part of the key there is to do only the things that you can do, and lead with that. Like, lead with your heart, lead with your soul, lead with everything that makes you, you. Even if you're putting out AI music, you still have to create that universe around it, or no one's going to give a fuck. Or people are going to be like, why do you have 8,000 songs out this year? You know what I'm saying? Like I asked. You have to kind of like build that. You said makes sense, but not about promoting myself, just interested in the opinion from does it hit the mark of the genre? Yes, it does. But I also think that it's hollow. I think that's the best way to describe it. I think that there should be more body to it. The song itself is fine. And this is the problem with most like AI generated music, is that like AI be making some shit. AI be making some solid, decent music. But where is the gravity to it? Like, where's the weight of it, right? I know it's in the lyrics, but because you have someone else singing it, I'm not feeling that direct connection. And then in the production sense, like the production is an 80s song, right? It's not like anything that's like representative of like your core, at least not perceivably. You will probably argue that it is, but you're not showing me that, right? Show, don't tell. Or show and tell, I guess, in this case. But yeah, hopefully you got something out of that. I'm going to go ahead and keep it moving, I think. Let's do a little bit more. I'll give you a few more seconds. Yeah.
No more running, no more hand-me-downs. We're making history in Brixton town, down, 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 down. Brixton town.
Yeah, like I said, I think the song hits the mark. If that's what you're looking for, if you just want me to know, like, does this song do what it needs to do in terms of like representing like a certain era, and like your whole pitch was that you're trying to bring the '80s back. Yes, those things are accomplished. I think you did do that. I'm just giving you my feedback on how you can take it to a different level and how you can stand out against other people who are doing the same thing or similar things. You know what I'm saying, that makes any sense. Hopefully, it's helpful. But I'm gonna keep moving because we got more songs coming in. Once again, we're cutting off submissions at fucking I need to stop cussing on these live streams at 8 p.m. We're cutting it off. So uh if you want to get, if you're watching on the sidelines and you want to submit, you can submit at Nero.fan/Jaron Ikner. You can use the skip feature if you want to kick me a couple bucks. That's fine. But at the same time, like, we are almost done. So if you submit right now, you'll probably get it in within the next like 30, like 45 minutes. So do that. And then also the super chat challenge, which no one has seemed to be taking up yet. If you send over a total of 5 super chats during this live stream, I will leak my brand new trailer for my brand new film Impossible Colors, which is coming out very soon. I've been working on this movie for like a long time, and it's done. So you got to send me some money though. You hit the super chat and we'll keep it moving. That's just me trying to shill so I can feed my family. We're keeping it moving though. Up next is let me turn this off. There we go. Up next is Crown by Idolists. I think that's what it's supposed to. Idealists. That's probably Idealist. That sounds better. So you're looking for feedback on the song structure and vocals would be appreciated. Not 100% sure what genre this is considered. So if you have some insight, it might help me narrow down where to look for influence and like-minded artists. Okay, I got you. Your name suggests hip hop or like cloud hop. So let's see.
I do not fuck around. Are you proud? Wear your crown. Play the song, sing it loud, yeah. I'll break it down with some sound. Bet you still don't get me now. Hope you drown, fucking clown. Bet you're dancing with the crowd, yeah.
I would call this rap, hip hop, EDM, trap. I think the thing that threw me off, like, I can understand why you're confused about the genre, because when the song first started off, I was like, okay, this is like some dark EDM. We're doing like some Hudson Hawk type shit when I first heard the songs come in. But then when the drums kick in, I'm like, okay, so the drums are hip hop. These are trap drums. So you have trap drums over like dark EDM. Like your drums should be heavier, more reverb, more like boom, 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 boom. And maybe we get there. I haven't finished listening to the song yet. But then the rap comes in, and when you put the rap in, it definitely like solidifies this as like an electronic rap song, like EDM rap song, trap song. The rapping is what kind of puts it all together for me, honestly, which is good.
Come on, tell me that you still won't get it. Stare at me like I'm not business. Fuck around and watch me hit this. You can try to dodge, I won't miss. I'm not naive. You might think that I am. I see right through all the lies that you spread.
I do like the drum sequencing. I like how you have the drums rolling on here. It's like, it kind of gives, I understand why you're a little bit confused about the genre, man, because the drums kind of give it like a roller, kind of like, I wouldn't call it dub step, but like almost like a pop kind of vibe. Like, it almost reminds me of Santa Gold's Desperate Youth. Like the way the drums roll on that in certain parts. That's like kind of what I'm reminded of, especially with the synthesizers. So it's kind of like almost like a pop vibe too, especially when you're singing. But I'm still sticking in the realm of like urban hip hop, EDM trap so far.
I know your tricks, like I'm inside your head. You're dead to me. I never wanted this. I can't stand you. I will brand you. You know I don't give a fuck about what you say or what you wear, cause all that matters to me.
I would have switched the drums up right there. Like if just to like get like once again dynamic range is what we're talking about in this song. I would have gone 2 different directions at this exact point. I would have done the drums that I was talking about before, where it's like the boom 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 boom, like some like crunchy, like kind of with a lot of reverb right here. Or I would have dialed back the drums entirely and even did like a rim shot, like a that type of shit. One of those 2 things, but you just kept the same drums, so that's a little disappointing, but it's fine.
Years, do you fucking care, yeah?
You do resequence them though, that's cool.
Tell me if I said it to your person, would you hear me or start cursing? Doesn't matter to me either way, cause you won't stop hurting. I shoot to kill, not to maim. You and I are not the same. You're to blame for your pain, nothing to it, not a thing, yeah. I hope it hurts when you finally see all of the things that you once were to me. I don't regret even one single thing. You just weren't meant to become anything. I can't stand.
Okay, I think we got it. The song's almost over. So yeah, I wish we would have had some more variety in the drums, but I do like the production. I actually like pretty much everything about the production. The beat is actually sick. I would use this beat. The beat's sick. The vocals, I think, work. This is an interesting song. There's potential here, but I think we need some more variation, particularly in the back half. What you mostly do in the back half is that you kind of just like remove stuff and then brought it back, which is fine, because I mean we're still adding variation. But if you go back to the previous example, to I have to go look at dude's name real quick. Was it Jer Out There? You're Here. And the way that he progressed the song, pulled back, brought it forward, introduced new elements late into the game to hold people's attention. These things are valuable and they apply to all genres of music. It's not just an EDM thing. If you do these things on any song, you'll have a better song, just overall. Just things to consider. Let's keep moving. We are closing the submissions in about 23 minutes. So get them in. Up next is Avi by LJ Spade. Cool. You're watching or listening to the Heat Check live. Oh, I gotta look for the song because you just sent the SoundCloud link. Hold on a second, bruh. Hold on a second, bruvner. You just sent us a link to your page. And now I gotta scroll for things. Here it is. Okay. So this is Avi by LJ. You were listening to the Heat Check live with your boy, Jaron Ikner. Let's get it.
Oi. Oi. I can't stand when foes try to stop me. I can't stand blowing up until knocking. I can't stand standing in the gutter, but they're talking about trying to stop me, trying to clock me, trying to drop me, but it's obvious. I got hella bodies and that ghost are all on top me. Feeling froggy after I made them leak, they still think I'm me. Still think that the street when LA is 6 feet deep. Rock with me, I got.
That shit's AI, bro. That shit's AI. And I'll tell you why. AI sucks at rapping. And I'm not saying that the rapping on this song is bad, but I'm kind of am saying that the rapping on this song is bad. And when I say bad, like it does, like the thing that about AI rapping that it has not mastered yet at all is that it thinks about rap like almost mathematically. And when we go back, and I'm going to play more of the song here in a second, when you listen to like how the bars land and the structure of the song, it feels very mathematical. And sometimes the math is off, and you can tell. Like the flow is not as fluid and malleable as most hip hop songs are. Now, I might be absolutely wrong, but I tend to not be. So let's listen to it a little bit more. He even has a link right here. Let me see if this link is actually what I think it is. And I'll listen to this song.
Got the doc with me to knock the beat more obviously. 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 I come from the dark side, you get hard died, nitrous oxide. Obviously, bitch, you spitting some part time, I get short side if you try mine. Obviously, I come from the dark side, you get hard.
It says in his disclaimer that he does use AI on the vocals. That's what I thought. Because I'm listening to this, I'm like, this sounds just not right. Doesn't flow right. So he used AI on the vocals. So that explains like everything. Now, did you write it? The lyrics sound better than most AI rapping does. So I do believe that you probably wrote it. I also think that it still sounds and feels stiff though. So it's kind of, that's a toss up right now.
Hard died, nitrous oxide. Obviously, I come from the dark side, you get hard died, nitrous oxide. I come from the dark side. I remember when. I remember when. I remember when. I remember when.
Cool. I listened to it enough. We're cool. The South said it. You said that appreciate you for liking a beautiful mess earlier in the chat, man. Is that song of the night? Was that the song of the night that we have so far? Because that's still song of the night so far. Yeah. So that your SK. What's up? Yeah, I like your song, man. Thank you for submitting it. Great song. It's currently the best song that's been submitted tonight overall. And I really think that you should lean into your story, man. I think you actually have it kind of all there. And maybe you know this. I don't know how long you've been rapping for. Seems like you've been doing it for a long time. But I think you kind of know that you have what you need. It's just a matter of like taking the right steps in the right direction. And that's tricky, especially in 2026 with all the different things we got to deal with. But anyways, back to LJ Spade. LJ Spade. I don't know how you say her name. This is like the thing about like when it comes to like AI usage in general, making a beat with AI, fine, right? Like I said earlier, I use AI a lot for like sampling, like make me a string sample or make me a horn sample, make me a flute thing. And usually what I do is I take it, I chop it up. So I'm just getting the sounds, like, because AI makes interesting sounds. So I take those interesting sounds and incorporate them into my music. Making an entire beat with AI, Okay. Okay. I think that, especially with all the litigation going on right now and like the lawsuits and all the stuff like that, I think using AI in its entirety, like that sense, like, oh, I'm gonna make a whole beat with AI is risky. And I don't think you can really copyright that. Now, replacing your vocals with AI is always tricky for me because for me, I feel like the human voice is the most unique and most important instrument to most songs. Obviously, songs that don't have vocals don't matter. But if your songs have vocals, your vocals are the most important because it's the most unique and the most in tune to you. It's your voice. Only you can have your voice. Only you can say things in a certain way. Only you can have a certain tone. And so when you give all that to an AI robot, what they're going to do is they're going to wipe all that out. And they're going to make you sound extremely generic and make you sound like, I don't know, 2 Chainz or whoever you put in the prompt. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to, all the life and the soul that's in the vocal tones, even something as simple as like the breaths, like those things like that, those add character to a person's vocals. They add a tone that like makes the song more interesting to listen to. So when you give all your vocals to AI, what you're doing is you're essentially just erasing all that entirely. It's being just like, well, fuck it, take out the personality. So I think out of everything in the AI umbrella where it's like generating a full song, fuck that. Don't be doing that shit. Don't be generating full entire songs and then putting out 25 of them every day. Don't do that. Stop. Using it to get samples, actually kind of like S tier shit. If I'm being real about it, like if you're using AI to generate samples, that's actually S tier shit. Especially if it's something where you're feeding it something where it's like a process that I use is that I will beatbox or hum or even like make a little mini beat or whatever. I'll do all these things and I will like put it through the thing and it will kick me back something, use the stem feature, extract exactly what I need from it, incorporate it into my beat. I've been doing this a lot lately. It's actually kind of cool. That's dope. I think that's S tier shit. Because like I said, I'm getting brand new sounds. I don't have to worry about like content ID or like copyrights because that's been a mess, especially if you deal with Splice or TrackLib. Like half my last album, Wishes Are Never Perfect, which by the way, you can go listen to in the comments right now, is samples from TrackLib. And when I was trying to put this music out, it was getting flagged. And I pay for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying out these artists for these samples and like they already got people paying them out. It's like, this is a mess, bro. Like I'd rather just make my own sounds or use AI to make them. So that's like that. That's like S tier shit. But using it to make vocals is just weird, man, because you're giving away like the most important like core of your soul is the being, is the vocals. So I think that's like the weirdest shit is like the vocals. Replacing your vocals, you're like giving your vocal to like 5 vocalists who all sound the same, have the same tone, and all rap at the same volume and the same frequency, the same urgency, in the same position of life. It's like, don't do that. Anyways, Kaz Lou, I do have a NT1. It's actually an NT1-A, which is like slightly inferior. I'm also using the NVIDIA, I got cut off there. I'm using the NVIDIA broadcast thing that clears out all the noise in the background. I got my fan on in the background, got my wife cooking in the other room, all that's getting filtered out. So I sound clean and sexy. I recommend them. All right, so there's only 13 minutes left before y'all submitting. I see we got like 3 more submissions since I've said that last time. So let's get through this because I actually kind of want to like, you know, eat dinner. Up next is Just Say by DWWL. Also, if you're liking the heat check and you like what I'm talking about, like my opinion, you should subscribe to my channel. We're on a quest to hit 10,000. We just crossed 5,000 subscribers like last month. And now we're at 5,200 over like in the past months. We're climbing, man. And a lot of that has to do with the reels I'm posting, the shorts I'm posting. But a lot of that has to do with y'all like watching the heat check. We get more and more viewers on the heat check. Consistent viewers, like people who like send me messages and follow me and stuff like that. So we're building something here pretty beautiful. And I'm actually working on some really cool stuff right now for y'all. I'll talk about it a little bit to where I'm actually developing like kind of like a radio station kind of. So I'm not sure if anybody remembers Plug DJ. It's like this obscure site from back in the day. You have to kind of like be like an internet head to know about it. But I'm basically like making like my own like modern version of plug.dj, and it's fire. I've been working on it for a while, and I'm like ready to kind of talk about it. I'm gonna be debuting that here soon, and I'm gonna like offer it to people who watch the heat check, and like there's gonna be a channel dedicated to the heat check where, you know, all this, I keep talking about songs of the week, right? Songs of the week and songs that I like will be included on this radio station that would be played on loop. And then, you know, you guys invite your friends. You can have like private rooms to where you can just like host your own little streaming parties. I've been working on this for a minute. Pretty excited about it. I'm also redesigning my website, Starstruck Multimedia, and I got some really cool stuff planned for that too. And there's a few other things that I'm working on that I can't quite talk about yet, but I can talk about those two things because those things are coming relatively soon. So keep an eye out for that. I showed myself enough there. So let's listen to some more music. This is Just Say by DWWL Recordings. You have, whew, hold on. That came in hot. Yeesh. You got 11 minutes to submit a song. If you don't submit in the next 11 minutes, I'm closing the submissions. So if you're watching and you're like, oh, should I submit? Yeah, you should. Just do it real quick. I'll shit all over your music and then you'll hate me and then we'll keep it moving. That's just how it works. All right.
Cola in your area. I thought you needed me like Jenny needs a bang. I thought we talked about it, didn't know you changed. I'm sorry, I don't think, I just say. I'm sorry, I don't think, I just say. I thought you needed me like Capo needs a plane. To the dark night of that pip, we on Wayne. I'm sorry, I don't think, I just say. I'm sorry, I don't think, I just.
Yeah, you got a dark-skinned boy in your area. You sing a tender like song, I'm about to marry ya. My mind stays full of songs and verses. I don't even know my own, I'm still trying to learn them.
Those vocals came in rough, bro. I was already like kind of like on the mix, and then those vocals came in on the rap, and they're rough. They take me out. They take me out, bro.
Heartbeat keeps pounding by the side of off Latilla. The underground come up getting scary, it's a thriller. My songs got them reminiscent faces like a Miller. Like the beat Bill living in Wayman and my visions. Steve time we
What's crazy is that boy spitting. Like he's rapping on this fucking track. But whoever did the mix on this did not do his vocals justice. It sounds like he did it on the phone, almost. They're not mixed at all. The vocals have not been touched. And everything else sounds decent, but then that lowers the quality quite a bit for me personally as a listener of music.
Don't tell me you forgot. Stop trying to put me in a square, you know I'm my boss. Pain game versatile, left and right and nice. Might be ambidextrous, just saying right.
Just say it's another one. When we walk in, yeah, we on one. We going all in and we never done. 2 W's at the top one. 2 W's at the top one. They talking about hits ain't don't got none. They talking about hits ain't don't got one.
Are you saying that the person who recorded the vocals is the person who were rapping right there is the person who did the mix? Is that what you're saying? Okay, that's fair. I mean, obviously, I hate going on tangents because it takes up so much time, but I'm gonna go on a tangent because most of my shit, like literally like 99.9% of my music is self-produced and self-mixed. The only album that's like not is my album, The Setting Sun, which I worked with a different engineer on that. But everything else in my catalog is mixed by myself. And if you go all the way back to my early work from like, I don't know, 2010, 2011, it doesn't sound like that great. You can hear the heart, you can hear the passion, but the mix is like boo-boo. And I have no problem saying that. But if you like continue to listen to my stuff over like the years, you'll hear the improvements. You hear the knowledge being like applied. You hear that I'm like, hold on, are we back? This shit keeps kicking me out, man. I'm sorry. I want to say over the years, I've recorded other artists and like I'm simply just not as good at recording other people's vocals. And like, I realized that. And like, so part of it for me was like, okay, so let me focus on making myself sound as good as possible, right? And I guess the lesson here is that takes practice and time. It takes putting out songs, getting feedback. I think the feedback that I would give this guy is to work on his low end, to where the low end of his music is like not as prominent. His vocals need more sparkle, so he needs like some surgical EQing on the high end side, maybe a little bit of compression to kind of like glue things together a little bit. but then also like maybe some type of saturator to brighten the vocals a little bit too. Let's listen to some more though.
They talking about hits ain't no God. Better late than never, nigga. I just got a newer figure. Johnny just keep getting bigger, black vest and beautiful. I got racist niggas triggered. What else should I talk about? We the hardest from the sound. My pen, my sword, I'll bring it out. And trust me, I don't move it down. I'm acting out like Marius. Check this shit, it's marvelous. Shots some in them bombs. She go Obi when she topping it. Told her pace it. I don't wanna finish. Got a band-aid. Like I'm Tekken. Hit my goals like I'm Beckham. Shit bounce back. Check 'em. Niggas wanna talk. They've been waiting on some true shit, Jay with the blueprint. I've been trying to run up checks like Nike if the shoe fits. Nike, we just do it. Baby, they a nuisance. Trying to read express.
I like what you're doing. Like I'm looking at your page right now. Let's do an audit. Page audit. So I'm looking at your page. I'm scrolling for a minute. And I like what you guys got going on here. Like you got this little crew aesthetic going on here. You all seem to have like your different personality types that are very like kind of clear and distinct, but then there's also like a unified aesthetic that's going on that I really like. I like that. It makes the song that I'm listening to like a little bit better just by even looking at your page and seeing that like it's kind of like this crew aesthetic. Like y'all are just young trying to get it, right? I look at this photo right here. Y'all are just young trying to get it, trying to figure it out. This is what I see in this photo. I don't know what's going on with this dude right here, but y'all are just trying to get it. And I think that's cool. I think, like I said, it makes me like the song more. And this is why this is important to make sure that you have all this in order, that you have some type of like clear through line as to like how you want the world to see you, because it makes your music better, bro. That's like the simple like aspect of it is like, if you can get your visual aesthetic down and like really represent how, or really like put out there how you want the world to see you, it will make your music better, like infinitely. It helps quite a bit. It's like the difference between someone who wants to do something versus someone who knows how to do something, if that makes any sense. And once again, I'm gonna go back to your page real quick. When I've been scrolling for a minute and I'm seeing a clear, very clear visual aesthetic that like really like your visual aesthetic is actually like kind of like selling it for me, honestly. Like when I listen to this song at first,
from the fakest translucent, wrapped with the team to make a splash. It's a green, but they built a damn block of streams. Like damn, where the streams at? Shows where the fiends at. Deposit to the piggy bank, stacking up the profit for a $5 biggie bag, popping off another tab. Pockets like I'm fucking mad, cause I ain't got shit but complaining. I've done enough of that. Trying to take the summer down, trying to reach the summer now. Trying to rock the mic and get the Tri-County jumping out. I'm chilling with my BB then, sleeping on the beach again. Promise leave you clean if you want me to eat your peach again. Peachy keep my ear to lend a hero your whole year has been. Fiates, eons, press the BS, we gon' see out there.
I thought you needed me like Jenny needs a bang. I thought we talked about it, didn't know you changed. I'm sorry, I don't think, I just say. I'm sorry, I don't think, I just say. I thought you needed me like Capo needs a plane. To the dark night of that piff, we on Wayne. I'm sorry, I don't think, I just say. I'm sorry, I don't think, I just.
yeah, I would say that like literally like scrolling through your Instagram page maybe like that song a lot more, because it put like your visuals and what you got going on your Instagram, like seeing it all kind of like laid out in front of me, like puts so much more context to your music. Like I said earlier, y'all are just a crew. Like it kind of reminds me like Brockhampton a little bit, little Brockhampton-ish kind of vibes, kind of like Odd Future Wolfgang kind of vibes. Like that's like kind of like the vibe that I'm getting, and it makes everything about everything that I heard better. I still think you guys need a lot of work. But as I'm going through your page, y'all been doing this for a little bit. And I'm saying y'all kind of got it figured out in terms of like, once again, like how you want the world to see you. I'm gonna bring these pictures up because these actually really caught my attention. I really like this, what y'all were doing here with these photos. Right here. These are super cool. A very cool aesthetic here you guys got going on here. I dig it. I like y'all. I'm gonna add this song. Actually, I'm gonna follow you because I don't know. Let me be real. The song's alright. The song itself is alright, but everything else around you I actually really enjoy. So I'm gonna follow you on Spotify, and I'm gonna keep looking forward to more music from you guys because I like what you guys are doing. I really and truly do. I think that like I see the vision. I didn't hear the vision on the music, but I definitely see it. And I think that's like where the work needs to be done, right? Is like making those two connect better. And I think that you're getting there for sure. For sure, you're definitely getting there. But I think that let me make sure you guys see my beautiful face here. I think that the key is one, consistency, leaning into the aesthetic, but then two is also accountability. So like even like earlier, like when I was talking about dude's verse, because I don't know what's up with that verse. That verse does not fit the rest of the mix of the song. So I don't know like what your setup is in terms of the recording, but his verse like really was like jarring in terms of like the rest of the musicality of the song. And that's a conversation. There's some accountability there. Like, why did that happen? Was it your engineer? Was it him? Is his mic set up not there? If like say if you guys are all recording it in separate areas, and you just got someone like pitching it, patching it together, and like maybe his mic's not up to par, y'all need to help your boy. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all need to pull up with a better mic, stuff like that, because that's what's gonna get you guys successful. It's not gonna be the music. It's gonna be you having a mythos, a creed, and a vibe about you, and then sticking to it. And like being dedicated to that. And a lot of that comes down to holding each other accountable to those standards that you guys decide to set for yourself. If that makes any sense, the way I break that down. I'm closing submissions. Submissions are now closed. If you were trying to submit and you got scared, then you missed out and you'll have to see me next week. Until then, enjoy the ride. We got like 4 more songs left. Yeah, 4 more songs, and then we're out of here. We do the heat check pretty much every Monday. I say pretty much because I did miss last week because I was busy living my life and just doing it big, and that might happen again. But typically, I like to do the heat check every Monday, 6 p.m. California's time. The best way to just keep in touch is just to either follow me on YouTube, because we only go live on YouTube right now. We've tried other channels and it just doesn't work. Like things get weird. They just want me to be. And by the way, this is me falling down a slid and just, yeah. Anyways, we tried going on other channels, and maybe we will. I think we have a somewhat more stable connection. We got kicked off several times during the stream tonight. I do want to start going live on Facebook. I do want to start going live on TikTok. I do want to start going live on Instagram. But honestly, like the vibes are just kind of choice here on YouTube. I'd be great if we can get to like a couple hundred people on YouTube. The thing about it too, elephant in the room, I don't get paid for these because y'all got your music content ID'd and copywritten. So I get flagged every video that I put out. So I'm not like, in terms of like the streaming numbers, like I'm not making any money on the streams. I'm literally doing this because I love listening to music. So the only way I'm making money off of these is through the super chat and through the skip feature. Just so you know, for full transparency, because I know there's like a whole like anti-Nero streaming movement going on right now where people are like, oh, you all are just taking it. No, I'm really not, bro. Like I'm just really out here just trying to be transparent as possible, like listening to y'all's music, giving y'all feedback from my advice, and then also maybe make like 10 extra bucks, 20 bucks a week, which is like the average amount of money I make. And most of that's through one person. Shout out to through the Nebula, because he be fucking holding me down with that. So I don't even know I went on that tangent. I don't know what caused that, but we're talking. Anyways, up next is Star Moon. Okay, nice is what he says. The description is, my 5-year-old daughter wrote the song with me for Father's Day. This is the best sounding mix I've done to date, and I wanted to share it. Okay, cool. So I'm listening to this from the ears of a 5-year-old. Keep that in mind. Very loud. Your mix is very loud. Like loud. Like, I mean, like it's like a wall of sound loud. And I think what's going on here is that you need to do a little bit of subtractive EQing. Because I think what I'm hearing is right now, like the volume I'm playing it at right now on SoundCloud is like maybe like, we'll say this is like 85%. And hear how loud this is. Okay, so I'm going to turn it up to max volume. It's a little too loud. If you want me to critique the mix, which is what you were asking about, you're saying this is your best mix. I think overall, I think you have all the elements where they need to be for the most part, but I think that everything is too loud. You need to turn some shit down. And I think you need to like maybe do a little bit of what can I think right now? Automation for certain parts, but like your vocals are being completely drowned out by everything else. They're lost in the mix. There's too much sauce going on in there, and your vocals are being drowned out when they should be like not on top of the beat, but not like buried inside of it either. I will say I like the music. I don't necessarily know what you're saying because the words are like kind of jumbled to where I can't like get like the clear diction of the words to what you're saying. But the musicality, like the guitar work and the drum work is actually really solid. It's a good song. I just think that the mix could be softer. There's just too much like, it's not brightness, it's just too much gain almost. Like everything's just way too loud. But the song is good. I think it's a good song though. Like I'm really not mad at the song. Yeah, I think musically the song is great. I think it's good work. I think that since you know you're asking about the mix, it's loud. That's like the only thing I can really tell you. Like I said, because I'm not like a master engineer. Like I don't know. I just know that it's a little loud, and I literally had to turn it down when I press play, and I haven't adjusted my settings on my OBS at all. I just know that when I press play, it was like blah. I was like, oh shit, I gotta turn it down. So I turned it down. And that's when I realized, like, oh shit, his mix is really, really loud. And if you even look at your mix like on the SoundCloud, if we bring this up real quick, you can see that it's kind of got a little wall sound going on here. There's not like a lot of dynamicness going on here. It's just kind of like loud the whole way through, if that makes any sense. You can't see my mouse, I turn that off, but you'll see what I'm talking about. Any hoozle. I do like the submission. I do think the song is good. I do think that your daughter did some things on there. They did the artwork. It's a vibe, man. I like that. I like what you're doing with the music. I like that you're exposing them to music and letting them be a part of your process. I think that's actually extremely important right now because like we're seeing like kids like not give a fuck about art. So the fact that you're like really like opening the doors to your world and being like, well, you know, share that with me and let them express themselves is absolutely beautiful. So keep doing that and keep on your journey of being an artist because it is a crazy one. Up next, What's Wrong by Anderson. Oh, that's cool how you spelled that with the ampersand. It's actually clever. First piece I've ever made. This is your first song ever. Okay. The song's called What's Wrong. Welcome to Heat Check.
bad, don't tell me what's right, just tell me what's wrong. You're saying all the fans, you don't know what to do, baby, just come home. I got the same mindset, I don't know what to do when I'm all alone. Scared of the dark, so I walk home. I'm scared of the side effects of being alone. These secrets you don't know. If I lost you, I'd get a clone. Baby said she through, oh no, 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 no. It's only been one night, I miss you, baby. Hard for me to get situated. Baby, I'm in that condition to keep you afloat, a bad situation. Come in my crib if you want, watch a movie. We can make one, it's gotta be alright. It gotta be, can't even sleep when you with my baby.
I'm trying to find your pocket. That's why I was like kind of staring out, because like at first it feels like you're slightly ahead of the beat. Like slightly. And you can nudge it and that would probably fix it. But then this other part, like you almost like slide out of beat. You slide back in, but you slide, I'm not sure what you're doing there. Let's listen to some, I'm gonna run it back actually, so I can listen to that part again going into the other part.
Facts of being alone. These secrets you don't know. If I lost you, I'd get a clone. Baby said she through, oh no, 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 no. It's only been one night, I miss you, baby. Hard for me to get situated. Baby, I'm in that condition to keep you afloat, a bad situation. Come in my crib if you want, watch a movie. We can make one, it's gotta be alright. It gotta be, can't even sleep when you with my bed. Your hands, they make me excited. Pass me a blunt and I'll light. Don't pass me the pencil, I'll never be right. I'll stick with the freestyle, I promise I tried it. Your body is perfect, I promise I tried it. Sucking my soul out my body. Drive on the road, Maserati. I know you don't wanna see me, but I'll wait in the lobby. You're the one for me, nothing gonna stop me. Baby, you rob me.
I like the lyrics, but yeah, it feels like you're sliding in and out of the pocket. Like you're not hitting that. So earlier when I was talking about the dude who submitted the AI raps, and I was like, it sounds too stiff. Like it sounds very mathematical. Like he's rapping like this and it sounds like a formula. Yours is almost kind of like the opposite situation where like, I feel like you should practice by like rapping to metronomes. Because you have a lot, and you even said it yourself that you think your lyrics are a little mushed together. And this is a problem that I actually had early on in my career when I was writing songs, is that I was trying to put too many words into bars, because in my head, you needed to hear the whole sentence, right? Because like, otherwise it didn't make sense to me if I didn't get the whole sentence out. But this is where like the abstract beauty of art comes in, because you can omit words and you can play around with word structures to where the listener can infer and put together the dots themselves. So let's see if we can find an example. If I hear a bar, I'm gonna listen to a little bit more. If I hear a bar, I'll see if I can like give you an example of that.
You rob me of my heart. Rob me, baby, you rob me. Rob me of my heart. I gotta start from the start. I don't know what to do. I gotta start from the start. You're the only one that I see in the sky.
I think you need to also work on autotune. Either like, I don't know, like turn it down so it's not as intense, or really, really, really get it dialed in to where it's hitting like the right notes throughout the beat. Because right now, like the autotune just seems to kind of just be on one setting. But like what makes really good autotune is actually going through and like after you record it and you get like the little thing on the screen, you actually going through and like making sure that it blends into the composition of the beat or whatever you're trying to autotune against. Ideally the composition of the beat. And then you match the keys, so like you do have those variations and those fluctuations still, like those lows, but the reason why they're fluctuating is because they're hitting the note. Because this is something that a lot of people do with autotune that like is, I don't know, it's a style now, but like people will purposely keep their autotune out of tune because they want the effect, right? And the effect, they keep calling it that, happens when the note is trying to reach the note that it's supposed to reach based off of what you tell it, right? So when you're listening to your vocals right now,
you are my star. You're the only one that I see in the sky, you're my star. If
that part's fine, right? Because you're just rapping it normal, right? The second you shift into a different key, then the auto-tune is like, okay, well, we're shifting to a different key. That's how you get that, right? And some people do that as a desired effect, right? But the problem is that if it's not done in a particular way, it can come off a little bit jarring and off-putting. And so what people have to do is they really have to go in there and finesse the auto-tune and like really massage the transitions and the loops so that like the is not as harsh.
If you were to try again, have to start from the start. You're stealing my goal like it's Mario Kart. Dropping the attitude, baby, is tart. Her face.
That part right there is a good example of the bar thing.
Have to start from the start. You're stealing my goal like it's Mario Kart. Dropping.
You're stealing my goal like it's Mario Kart. Like it flows, but because of like the beauty that is hip hop and the beauty that is rap music, and I've said this on previous episodes before, but like the beauty of rap music versus other genres is space. There's a lot of space to work with, right? But it's a finite amount of space. It's not unlimited space. Between most of the instruments, there is space for things to breathe. And usually that's where the MC or the rapper is weaving their vocals in and out of that. That's how you get the flow, right? The flow is you weaving in and out of that space that is carved out by the beat. So when on this particular line, this line's actually not the best example, but it's a good place to get my point across. So
if you were to try again, have to start from the start. You're stealing my goal like it's Mario Kart. Dropping.
Start from the start. You're stealing my goal like it's Mario Kart. It sounds cool when you say it, but once again, like you're trying to work with the space there. So I almost like, if I were to write that bar, I almost would remove the like. Stealing my goal like it's Mario Kart. Take out the like it's, and then leave that space in there rap wise. So what ends up happening is like, so instead of it being like
star, if you were to try again, have to start from the start. You're stealing my goal like it's Mario Kart.
Stealing my goal, Mario Kart. Stealing my goal, Mario Kart. You see that you feel that space? Stealing my goal like it's Mario Kart. That gets a little wordy. It's stealing my goal like it's Mario Kart. You could do it and you could pull it off, but you give yourself a lot more space and room to work with if you just take the word out. Stealing my goal, Mario Kart. And you get that pocket that's created. Stealing my goal, Mario Kart. Stealing my goal like it's Mario Kart. Both work, but a lot of it has to do with your skill level. Stealing my goal like it's Mario Kart. No, it does make sense. Stealing my goal, Mario Kart. It's saying the same thing. Like you saying like it doesn't change the meaning of the bar. Or you removing it, I'm sorry, doesn't change the meaning of the bar at all. Stealing my goal, Mario Kart. The like it's doesn't actually change anything. Stealing my goal like it's Mario Kart. I'm just giving you an example of that particular bar, and it can apply to anywhere. The bar still does make sense. It does make plenty of sense. And also, like I said, it gives you that space to let the beauty of hip hop, which is the space in between music, to breathe. Because I think what you're trying to do, or I'm not sure if you're trying to do this, but what it feels like is that you're trying to fill all the space with all your words. But like, you don't need to do that. Sometimes just let you breathe. An artist who's really good at this, Kanye West. Kanye West is maybe not the most lyrical tenacitous, it's not a word, tenacitous MC out there, but he's very, very good at using space. And that's like one of the top tier advices that I give to most artists who like who are trying to like rap, like room to breathe. This is the beauty of hip hop. Doesn't work in any other genre. Hip hop's the only place where you have like space to like really like weave into the pocket. So let's listen to a little bit more though.
Card, dropping the attitude, baby, is tart. Her favorite compliment is that she's smart. Her favorite compliment is something she already know. Baby, you know it. You know that you find you just afraid that she's smart. Her favorite compliment is something she already know. Baby, you know it. You know that you find.
See, like right there, I don't necessarily have advice for that bar, but that's another example of like where the space would be better. Because the bar, like what you said there, hold on, I'm being a lot more like thorough with this track for some reason, because I think it's a good education lesson for everybody.
Her compliment is that she's smart. Her favorite compliment is something she already know. Star, if you were to try again, have to a star from the start. You stealing my goal like it's Mario Kart. Dropping the attitude, baby, is tart. Her favorite compliment is that she's smart.
Her favorite compliment is that she's smart. See, like the way that that's structured, that you have to hit that pocket in a very particular way. So like it kind of like boom ba da boom ba da boom da ba. And you kind of have to hit that, but what's happening in that particular bar is that you're sliding slightly. I think it's on the word compliment.
Her favorite compliment is that
her favorite compliment. Her favorite compliment. And that's a trick. It's a big word, right? Compliment. That's 3 syllables. That's 3 little moments of sound that are filling up space. So like for me, this would be like a writing exercise to be like, okay, so how could we say that bar different, right? Her favorite compliment is that she's smart. I don't know, shit. If I were to rewrite that bar off the top of my head, like to make it simpler and more concise, the first thing I would do is probably go to a thesaurus. Let's do this. We got some time. Let's do a little exercise. I would probably go to the thesaurus and figure out a word for was a compliment. So I type in thesaurus compliment, not complimentary, compliment. Okay, we want thesaurus, 140 fucking words. And so the goal here with this particular word is that it's a lot of syllables. So her favorite compliment, her favorite, you could say thing, but that doesn't hit the same. Her favorite, she likes the fact that she thinks that she's smart, but that's not a compliment, right? You could flip it entirely and say like, because right now I'm looking at the words. Let's bring up the screen so you can see what I'm seeing here. Looking at the words here, you have admiration, adulation, applause. Some of these are too wordy, right? So we're looking for smaller words that fit. Now, the word compliment is a tricky one. And the fact that we were trying to do this exercise with this word makes it a little bit tricky. Her favorite compliment is that she's smart. So I would do something like, she loves the fact that I think that she's smart. I love the fact that she thinks that she's smart. Or how'd you say it? Hold on. I'm not gonna. Sorry, this shit keeps kicking me out, guys. I apologize for that. We're almost done here, though.
like it's Mario Kart. Dropping the attitude, baby, is tart. Her favorite compliment is that she's smart.
She loves the fact that she loves the fact that I think that she's smart. She's loving the fact, because what you want to do in terms, like, I guess, like the best advice I can give you is to keep this concise. In terms of the rapping, space is key. If you're gonna go big words, like more than like 3 syllables, compliment is compliment 3, then you have to think about how you're gonna fill that into the space. Compliment. Compliment's a tricky word because it is 3 syllables. You know what I'm saying? If you think about most rap songs, sure, there are 3 syllable words, but most of them keep it simple. Like, think about your favorite rap song. They're not using 3 syllable words. So, especially in the middle of the bar. Now, if you ended it on compliment, which changes your entire writing scheme, which I'm not telling you to do this. She really likes to get the compliment. Don't know how far we went. All the time we spent. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easier to roll off a compliment because you're just rhyming the last syllable. But when you're putting a 3-syllable word in the beginning of the bar like that, her favorite compliment is that I think that she's smart. Is that what you say? I can't even say it right because it's kind of tricky in the way you feel.
Dropping the attitude, baby, is tart. Her favorite compliment is that she's smart.
Her favorite compliment is that she's smart. Even the is kind of dragging a little bit there. I know I'm being like really thorough with you, but I feel like this is a good explanation that I've been trying to like say in previous episodes, and this gave me the opportunity to say it. So going back to the song itself, I think you have potential on the track. I think that what it sounds like, you even said it yourself, this is your first song. For your first song, very, very good. This is a very, very, very good effort for your first song. I would 100% say this. I still think you have a long way to go. I still think you need to keep practicing. I think you need to get your reps up. You should be making a song as often as possible. If you can make a song a day for the next 3 years, you will be somewhere. I can guarantee that. I will say that. I can hear the talent. I can hear what you're trying to do. You have lyrics. You have a musicality to you. I think that a lot of the traps that you're finding yourself into, falling into, one is the auto-tune trap. Because another problem with the auto-tune trap, and before I even say this, let me look at your page real quick. Before I even say this. You don't have anything on your page. I'm curious to know what your race is. Because when I hear the auto-tune in your voice and I hear you sing and do your thing, you sound Latino. You sound Latino. No, you don't have to put them out. No, you don't have to put, I mean, you should if you're trying to like get your numbers up, because right now, like Spotify and all these different streaming apps, they reward consistency. So like if you really wanted to get it popping, then you would put out a song every week. But that's a lot to ask. I think for just the sake of getting your reps up and getting your 10,000 hours in, you should just work on music every day. If this is what you really want to do. If it's not what you really want to do, then you shouldn't do it. If you're just messing around, then you just go do what you need to do. You said you're 15 years old and you're white. So I wasn't expecting that. You have a very deep tone to your voice for a 15-year-old white kid. So that's interesting. But that's kind of proves my point. The auto-tune is taking away the personality in your voice. I actually thought that you were Latin, 100%, because you sound like a lot of Latin artists who use auto-tune. And this might be the auto-tune itself, not you, right? I will never know, because I think that you might need a little bit of, just a little bit more polish in your vocal presentation overall to get to that point where like your voice is ringing through clear in a way that is genuine to you, if that makes any sense the way I say that. But overall, solid track. I spent like way too much time on this song. I wanted to give you good feedback because this is your first song. Hopefully you got something that will help you moving forward. I'm looking forward to see what you do with your music. Feel free to submit more music to Heat Track. We'll be here every week. But we're gonna keep moving. We got 2 more songs left. We're already 2.5 hours deep. Hey, I know this guy. This is Dr. Note from Tucson, Arizona. He's from the group Lab Monks. I actually came up with these dudes. I know Lab Monks very well. I know this guy. This is tight. So the Lab Monks are, one of the OG rap groups from Tucson, Arizona, man. Shout out to Dr. Note. Shout out to fucking Dominic. They really hold shit down on the authentic hip hop tip. So he says in his description, yes, because of a song you played today, you wanted to add this one. So the song does have AI in it. Interesting. Okay. Let's see what you're doing.
Yeah, the digital blues, don't know where it's going, I don't wanna be where it goes. Screens are flickering, lost in the glow. Digits keep dancing in rows that don't know. A heart made of data, a soul made of code. Whispers turn static down this lonesome road. Click by click, I'm drowning deep.
So this is interesting because I know you. And so like I know that that's you in the video singing, but I also know that's AI. So you did some lip syncing there, which is interesting. That's not your voice, I don't think. So you did, this whole song's produced by AI, which is interesting, Dr. Note, because I know that you are like one of the most authentic dudes that I know when it comes to rap shit. I think you're trying, and I'm hearing the lyrics, so obviously you're making some kind of point, making a message. I see what you're doing. I see what you're trying to do here.
Algorithms humming me back to sleep. Every pixel bleeds a shade of blue. Tied to the wires, can't break through.
But this is actually a good opportunity to actually talk about what makes this so clearly AI. So listen to the vocals. Going back to what we were talking about previously when it comes to space and music, AI doesn't know how to use space properly. Instead, what it does, actually kind of like I said earlier twice before, it attaches itself to a mathematical formula to where it places the lyrics. It's not basing it off of a feeling of the flow, rather it's inserting itself where it lies. Sorry, Darbs, we close submissions. We close submissions at 8 o'clock California time, but we do this every Monday starting at 6 p.m. I usually open up submissions that morning, so you can follow. I don't think you can follow people on Nero, but if you go to nero.fan/Jaron Ikner, next Monday there'll be a submission link. You can submit your music, and we keep it open until 8 p.m. And this is just so I don't get like last second reviews that keep me here for like another 30-40 minutes, sometimes hour. But I do appreciate you asking, because it allows me to explain it. Anyway, so when I play this song, I want you to listen to how the space is being utilized by the vocals. This is a good learning lesson. And you'll notice that there's actually like a lot of empty space that's not being utilized. And that's because the algorithm of the song we're generating is being told to insert it mathematically into the song, not emotionally. And you can hear it pretty clearly when I point it out.
Digital blues, digital blues, digital blues, made me lose my mind. It's the blues, the digital blues, blue baby blue, blue as you. I don't know where you're going, but I don't want any piece of the blue.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that actually this song is actually decent usage of AI vocals. It still painfully obvious AI, but like it's really actually kind of like skirting. Like I can still tell it's AI 100%, and a lot of that has to do with first of all, the vocal tone sounds like every other AI that's been coming out, but then also too the composition of the vocals, the lyrics themselves, and the structure of it, but then most importantly, the lack of feeling. So it's trying to imitate feeling. Blues, blues. But even me doing that right there sounded more emotional than what he's trying to do here. But it still sounds not bad. You're saying you wouldn't rewrite or review. Yes. So actually, when you submit, there actually is a clause asking what you did or didn't do with the AI, and then I assess it from there. Like if you submitted your music and you say, hey, I did the AI vocals, I wrote the song, but I did that, then I'm just kind of mostly listening to what you wrote. But then also with this person in particular, the reason why I'm even like entertaining this guy, because I know this guy personally, I've known him for decades at this point. I know his musicality, and he purposely submitted this AI song for me to check out. So that's the only reason why I'm even like entertaining it on this level, because it's like he's trying to get me to hear something here. And I'm not gonna listen to too much more, but this is my boy. I know Dr. No. If someone else had submitted this, I probably wouldn't entertain it as much, if at all. So just so you have that disclaimer, there's a special case happening here. And I'm trying to use it as a learning opportunity. Because I think that a lot of people need education on how to identify AI songs. And I think one of like the biggest tells, this actually sounds kind of weird, especially from an independent artist, and this is actually one of the call outs that I deal with independent music, is that your shit sounds too good. Like, why does your shit sound like it's like made in a $1 million studio, and you're submitting your music to the heat check, who gets 5 viewers on average per hour? And I'm saying, like, that doesn't connect to me. So when I hear like a really, really well produced song with really, really good vocals and like soaring cinematic production, my spider sensors go off. And this song's a good example because this has really, really, really good production. This song is a full ass band. You know what I'm saying? This is like a 9-piece band. And so you as an independent artist have access to a 9-piece band, or you're reading all these instruments yourself, then you shouldn't even be in the heat check. You should be in fucking Universal Music, signed to a record label on tour, because you're talented as hell. You see what I'm saying? So that's like one of the biggest tells, is like the music's too good. Now, there's been times I've been wrong, where I'm like, oh, this sounds like AI because it sounds so good. And I'm like, no, here's proof that I didn't do it with AI. And it's, oh, well, shit, you're just really talented. Congratulations. And I'm sure there's plenty of talented people out there. So it's not like that's like too far fetched. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's a tell. It's a tell. Because think about like the context of what we're doing here. It'd be different if I was like an AR trying to sign people to a record label and people were submitting like their best work possible and they put all this money into it. And that's different. But most of the people who submit to the heat check are like, you know, indie artists. Like the last guy before this person, he submitted his very first song he ever produced and ever made ever. If you compare the two songs, you can hear that one is clearly made by a human trying to figure it out and the other one's made by a robot, right? So things to consider. Now, Dr. No, I'm not going to keep listening to this song, but I do want you to submit some of your music. I want to hear some more Lab Monks. I know we need to collab. I know we talked about it. I owe you a text message. I'll get to that soon. But let's go ahead and get this last song so I can go eat dinner. My wife is cooking. I'm hungry. I can smell it. This last song is called Bin Laden Talk. Wild. It's by KTS Bin Laden. You bought the beat on YouTube and bought a mix for BandLab. Oh, okay. I didn't know you could. Yeah, never mind. You can't do that. KTS Bin Laden.
Yeah. Bitch, we on it. Yeah. We on what you want, you hear me? Stand on straight, stand on business. I can't fuck around with this, man. It's that money commitment. You hear me? Committed bitch. For real, man. Look, I'm on your ass for that line. Talking about something you from the trenches. Used to hood bitches trying to influence your miss ball. No, you not about that murder business. Keep my gun in my waistline just in case I catch one of you bitches. What up for me wrong? We don't go back and forth, bitch. We stand on business. Don't tattoos on my body, cause I'm gon' die clean in my case. Don't forgive me, this bitch stole from me. I'm thinking about getting him gunned down with that ranch. My whole bad like sexy rap, but she on that booty. She claims holding me wrong when I was down. Now she texting my phone right after I made something happen. Bitch, in my city, I'm too official. I can't go nowhere without my pistol. With bitch, I'm.
This is crazy, bro. This song is crazy, and it's a mess, bro. And what I mean by that is that like you were rapping completely offbeat. I understand that that's like a vibe right now. Like a lot of artists are doing that. Like they're purposely like rap, especially like with the Detroit movement, or even like a lot of West Coast rap. Like that's a thing right now. It's like to not hit that pocket or hit that space, right? But it feels like you're just venting on this track. You're just going off and just yelling into the microphone. Let's keep listening though.
I'm putting me by my sister, I'll fuck your whole ass sister. Take your stance, little boy, about that fraud shit, you know I'm merchant. Now you boys holding me, I'll leave you last seen on the Insta picture. I grew up in having shit, fucked over anybody that was a late. Went to school in the same uniform, back to back, I couldn't change my kicks. Stimulated my mind to find a way so I could pop my shit. Never give a fuck about what you thought on other who said what about another beat. Like a soldier, I'm loading her, trying to get at you. Get on your ass and show you what these vests penetrating bullets do.
I almost feel like you should get that refund of that mix, fam. That mix is like kind of boo-boo. I don't know what's going on with that mix, honestly. Like, I don't know how it works to buy a mix off BandLab. Isn't that like AI? Isn't it like you just like pay for it and then it does it like automatically? I don't know. Maybe someone can inform me on that. But I'm not feeling the mix on it. And I think that the intensity is crazy, bro. Like you like sound like very angry on this song. And it's like it comes all out. Like I would say emotionally, I think this song does well of conveying that anger. Like it feels very intense. I feel the intensity. I feel your frustration, your angers, and all the yelling that you're doing. I feel that. And I think, but overall, that's like kind of like, you said you paid somebody for the like an actual person. Is that how it works? Like you, because I said I never bought a mix off of BandLab before. I feel like, so let's talk about the mix real quick. Let's see like why I have these issues. Am I just talking shit? No. Let's see.
Some you from the trenches. Used to hood bitches trying to influence your miss ball. No, you not about that murder business. Keep my gun in my waistline just in case I catch one of you bitches. What up for me?
Honestly, like it's an even mix. Like your vocals are sitting in the right levels.
We don't go back and forth, bitch. We stand on business.
I think it's the reverb that bothers me though.
My body, cause I'm gon' die clean in my case. Don't forgive me, this bitch stole from me. I'm thinking about getting him gunned down with that ranch. My whole bad like sexy rap, but she on that booty. She claims holding me wrong when I was down. Now she texting my phone right after I made something happen. Bitch, in my city, I'm too official. I can't go nowhere without my pistol. With bitch, I'm putting me by my sister. I'll fuck your whole ass sister. Take your stance, little boy, about that fraud shit, you know I'm merchant. Now you boys holding
So I think what's bothering me about the mix is the fact that your rapping's very wordy, and so this is like the same issue that we have with other dude, to where the rapping's very wordy, right? So there's a lot of words going on. You're trying to cram in a lot of thoughts into like whatever stanzas and whatever refrains, and I actually ran into this problem. I can personalize this a little bit. So my album Under Umbras, this is the album that I put out before Wish They Were Perfect. That you have the song with the rapper Stack Styles. He is signed to Suburban Noise Records, and he sent me his verse, and I remember like hearing the verse, which was also, it's like a rap verse. He's rapping fast, and he recorded. He sent me the raws. First of all, he sent me the raw files. So he sent me this verse, and he's rapping so fast, and there's like so much going on in his verse that I literally did not know what the hell he was saying for the longest time. Like I got the verse, and then I just snapped it into the track, and I just kept mixing it, and then like we kept working on the album, and I like circled back, and I'm like, let me actually like work on this mix and like make this shit sound good. And so I spent like several hours just like surgically EQing out frequencies in his vocals. And what I discovered is as I was EQing out those frequencies, words started to become clearer, and like his phrasing started to become clearer. Because when you have so much digital noise and it's all coming out like this, like you can actually like extract what you need to extract sonically from that. It just takes time. If you don't do it, it sounds very jumbled and I'm saying. But if you take the time to actually like kind of like finesse it and polish it and like really like put like some hours into it, you can extract almost every word clearly. As long as you said it clearly, you can get that out there. And so when I'm listening to this mix, and you said that you bought it from a dude on BandLab, I feel like the dude on BandLab didn't give you the love, didn't give this mix the love that it needed to have in order for that clarity and that presence to be heard and felt. It's not a bad mix. I know I started off saying that the mix was ass. That's not the case. The mix is fine, but I don't think the mix does you justice. Is a better way to put that. And this is like where things this is like things like this is what defines like the real ones from the people who are just like in this for a temporary moment. Because what you should be doing at this point, don't be buying mixes from dudes who are fucking out here like selling shit on BandLab. I'm not trying to shit on BandLab, not trying to shit on Dude's Hustle. I don't know anything about it. I just know that there's two routes that you can take that will make you better overall. One is to learn yourself, which you might not have time to do, whatever. But then two is find yourself a good engineer. Like someone that you're willing to build with, like someone that can get you in the studio. Because another part of it too, and this is something that like I kind of discovered recently when I was messing around with, there's this plugin. I think I talked about this before on another episode, but there's this plugin that you get called Mic Mod. Now with Mic Mod, what you can do is that you can tell this plugin that you have one kind of mic, right? So like say that I'm like, hey, I'm using the Rode NT 1A-A, right? And I put that on the left side. You can convert your mic to sound like a host of different other types of microphones, right? And when I discovered this plugin, I'm like, holy shit, this is dope. I figured out that I should be using Sennheiser E8s, I think is what they are, because those Sennheiser E8s make me sound great. Once I discovered that, once I had this little mic mod, and keep in mind, I'm using the mic mod. I'm not using the actual mod. I'm using a software that is translating that to another thing to create that simulated microphone. But that knowledge set made me realize that like out of the 50 microphones that were on that list, this one makes me sound like a boss. So that's what I want to know. You say, what do you mean learn yourself? I mean, so how did you record your music? You said you bought a beat on YouTube, right? And then you downloaded it and then you put it on something and then you recorded it, right? You learned something there, right? So just keep doing that. And the goal is really like one trick. It's not even like a trick. It's like kind of like a standard is to use reference tracks. So when you're recording your song in whatever software you use, BandLab or whatever, and you're approaching like the mix of it, literally like go download a song that you think either sounds similar or that you want your song to sound like. and you literally take that song and you put it in the actual session with your actual song, and you just go back and forth muting it. So you would play your song, and then you mute it, and then you play the other song, and you'll hear the difference. You'll hear like all kinds of shit in the difference. And you'll be like, oh man, like their song sounds so much more fuller. Their song sounds so much more bright. This song has a lot more bass to it. So that's when you start to learn shit. So like you would take an EQ and you would start to increase the if you want more low end, you would increase the low end. If you want it to be wider, then you would increase the studio width. So you start playing around. It's all an experiment, because it's not really like, yeah, there are things that you can do to make like a solid mix, but honestly, mixing is an art. It's an art in itself, in a sense that like when you mix, there's an artistic process behind it, just like anything else. And through trial and error and through time and patience, you will find a sound that is unique to yours, that you created yourself. Like if you go listen to my album Wish Is Never Perfect right now, you'll hear that's my sound, bro. Like y'all can't do that. That's me. That's like I curated my voice and spent time mixing it to make it sound like me in a way that only I can make it sound, because I spend the most time with my own vocals, which is part of it too. I feel like artists in general should be the ones spending the most time with their art. You know what I'm saying? Like in the sense that like if you're writing the song and you're recording the song, if the guy who mixed your song put in 2 hours, 3 hours to mix it, then you should have put in 6. You know what I'm saying? That makes any sense. If the guy who mixed your song and recorded it took 24 hours, then you should be putting in 2 days, whatever that looks like. Whether it's like rewriting the song, tweaking the beat, doing mixes, etc., and so forth. Like it takes me a long time to actually make a good song where I'm like, I want to put this out. It's easy. It's very easy for me to put out a song that I just make. I can make a song right now live in 10 seconds, not 10 seconds, 10 minutes. I can make a beat, rap on it, put it out, right? But then if I were to go back and polish that song and like add some strings, etc., so forth, you say that you don't know shit about mixing, bro. It is 2026. I have a magic box. Where's my magic box at? Is it even in here? I don't even know. I have a phone that fucking literally will give me all the answers in the world. There is an entire channel that you're on right now called YouTube that has all kinds of tutorials that will teach you how to mix. There's Reddit. There's plenty of resources out there. There's so many resources out there, but a lot of it comes down to your own personal confidence and how you want to present yourself to the world. Because some people want grimy mixes. Some people want to have a crazy sound to their mix, right? Because that's like part of their identity and part of their personality. And that's part of it too, is that like, you don't want to sound the same or as like everybody else, especially right now, especially with AI. Because that's another thing about the AI argument, is that like it's really homogenizing the sound of music, where everything is sounding the same, all the mixes are the same, all the vocalists are the same, it's all sounding the same right now, right? And so I actually implore people to like really learn how to record their own music, take a few lessons, just fuck around on the DAW, bro. Like download the pirated version of FL Studio. Don't pirate it. But go get the version of FL Studio and just start throwing samples in there and just playing around. There are like a billion plugins on the stock version of FL Studio, from EQs to compressors, and a lot of it is just trial and error. Like for me personally, I've been making music since I was 9 years old. 9 years old. I'm 42 years old. I made my first song when I was 9 years old, and that first song was fucking terrible. It was ass. It was called Cutlass Chocolate Dreams Cutlass Supremes. It was an R&B song. Terrible. This last song that I just finished a couple days ago called Garden is some of the best writing I've ever done, and some of the best mixing I've ever done, and some of the best producing I've ever done. But there's like, I don't know, like 1,000 songs between the first song and the last song. And even then it's like, it's a fluctuation, because even like without the practice, sometimes your skills like wane a little bit, to where you're like, if you're not like doing the muscle memory and like getting the reps up, it will go away 100%. So that's part of it too, is that like you might go and record your next song and it might come out fire. You might nail the mix. You might be like, man, this just sounds beautiful. I killed this shit. And you put it out, and then you like get kind of overconfident, because when you go back in there, you kind of forgot what you did. right? To make it sound that way. And so this is like where the trial and error comes in, like really getting in the lab and like really like figuring out what your sound is, but then also like creating templates, right? Creating like easier ways to recreate your sound. So then all you have to do is just do a couple clicks. And then now all of a sudden you have like a workflow pipeline that allows you to really like lock it in on getting like content and getting music out as fast, not only fast as possible, but at a higher quality, if that makes any sense. Hopefully that helped you and give you a little bit of like knowledge and motivation, because I think that like it seems from your comments that I'm seeing is that you're apprehensive of your own ability to make your own music, and that could take you somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, someone disliked this video. It's probably I don't give a shit. Anyways, hopefully that helped, that worked out for you. But no, we're done. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I appreciate you guys watching the Heat Check. Once again, we'll be back again next Monday around 6 p.m. Like this video, California time. I'll be back with y'all's music. Listen to it. Oh yeah, song of the night. Song of the night was that song that we had played earlier. Fucking that third song. It was called "A Beautiful Mess" by SK. S.K. I don't know. It just says SK. That was song of the night. I think that the production was fantastic. I think that the rapping was solid. The concept was solid. I think the chorus was really, really good. The quality of it was really, really good. All around, really, really good song. So congratulations to SK and A Beautiful Mess for having song of the night. You get absolutely nothing other than a shout out, but congratulations for getting that. We'll see you all next week. I'm getting up out of here. One love and peace out.
Yeah. Starstruck. It's your boy. Let's go. I bled from the paper cuts, folding origami cranes. I try to make 1,000 whistles so I can heal the pain. Fold it up, let it rearrange. Cash it out, you can keep the change. I bled from the paper cuts, folding origami cranes. I try to make 1,000 whistles so I can heal the pain. Fold it up, let it rearrange. Cash it out, you can keep the change. Flow origami, every fold is a lesson. Never turning over, making creases into blessings. Niggas talking cheap, but the sound is more expensive. When they're moving like a ghost, the real shit feels offensive. Scars from the paper cuts, blood from the ink. Legend in my mind, so I am what I think. Life is pretty crazy, yeah, it changes in the blink. Balance on the edge, I had to pull it from the brink. Damn. I bled from the paper cuts, folding origami cranes. I try to make 1,000 whistles so I can heal the pain. Fold it up, let it rearrange. Cash it out, you can keep the change. I bled from the paper cuts, folding origami cranes. I try to make 1,000 whistles so I can heal the pain. Fold it up, let it rearrange. Cash it out, you can keep the change. I almost gave it up, I had to tighten my direction. Chasing every dream and now I'm moving with intention. And life is just a fold, every page is a confession. And love is origami, every fold is a reflection. With the wishes on the wind, never die, never die. Echoes in the night, hear him cry. Looking for the light, let him shine. With the cranes in the sky, watch him fly. Bled from the paper cuts, folding origami cranes. I try to make 1,000 whistles so I can heal the pain. Fold it up, let it rearrange. Cash it out, you can keep the change. I bled from the paper cuts, folding origami cranes. I try to make 1,000 whistles so I can heal the pain. Fold it up, let it rearrange. Cash it out, you can keep the change.